Welcome to AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium here in Leander. Tonight, Kelly DeVoll back with us, Dave England back with us, Wally Harmon, play-by-play. I'm back. I tell you what, boys, I don't know what to expect. We got a full crew, a beautiful house, and what a night for high school football. Dave, welcome back. You just drove in from Galveston from a conference.
Yep.
And so glad to have you here with us. Kelly, back in from out of town. He just flew in this morning. But, hey, guys, it's Friday Night Football.
Yes, sir.
It's an exciting night.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I'm very excited. Looking forward to a great game. We'll show you coaches' interviews in just a little bit, but talking to both coaches just gets you excited and fired up for the game tonight. This game, very important for the Eagles, for the district, there's a lot riding on this game tonight.
And the Eagles kind of control their own fate. Cedar Park put their stamp on where they want to be in this district standings last night. They escape with a win against Pflugerville, 37-32. I watched online, working on some stuff for our pregame, and watching Pflugerville had the ball within the last minute in Cedar Park territory, threatening to get a win. So now Cedar Park sits there at 4-1. And the battle tonight in Manor, I tell you what a battle as Weiss goes on the road to Manor at Mustang Stadium. It's a 6,000-seat capacity. I have a feeling that's going to be a packed house in Manor, but that will decide who leads the district. But Cedar Park right there for second place. Georgetown controls their own fate for fourth place in district right now with an opportunity with some stuff happens. I know you looked at that, Kelly, if they can make it up into to third place. And
actually, if things work out just right, Georgetown could end up second in district. We got no shot at winning the district, but if things work out just right, Georgetown could be second in the district. And in the playoff standings, that's important. So that would take Georgetown winning out, which means we would win tonight. Then we would beat Pflugerville next week, and then Weiss the last week of the game, or the last week of the season. And then Weiss would have to lose tonight to Manor, and then lose to Cedar Park.
And some interesting things. Cedar Park has they have a tough schedule ahead. I was looking at it here as I made out some notes. Cedar Park still has to play Weiss and Manor.
Oh, wow.
And so that one loss to Hendrickson comes in big for Cedar Park as they convert and look at the rest of their season. They still have two tough games against the two district leaders right now.
Right.
Dave, perfect night for high school football. We always go to you for the weather. What are we looking at tonight?
Oh, not a cloud in the sky. Winds are gentle, southwest winds at about 4 miles an hour. You can kind of see the flags gently blowing over there. It's about 77 degrees tonight for the game. So picture perfect. Turf field, beautiful facility here at AC Bible.
I tell you what, AC Bible, they did renovations about 2010, and what a job they did. A beautiful stadium here in Leander. It is the host to several schools. You've got Leander and Cedar Park, Glenn and
Vista Ridge, Rouse,
Vandergrift.
Oh, look! I was like, I'm trying to remember them, but man, I tell you what, it is crazy.
As you look down at the field tonight, folks, you'll see LISD, Leander ISD. So they do have 6 high schools here in Leander ISD, and Vandergrift is one of them, and then Glenn finishes them off. They're their newest one, and then also just a little caveat: we're a Georgetown Homer broadcast. But if you're a Leander fan and you catch this game, we also have a Leander broadcast, I believe, going on SHN Sports. So catch them if you lean towards Leander. So
last night in district play, Pflugerville lost to Cedar Park 37-32, and Hendrickson took care of Anderson 28-21. So only 2 games in District 11 playing tonight. Georgetown here on the road at Leander, and then the Weiss Wolves at Manor. 2 good games. Georgetown sitting at 2-2 in district, a 2-game win streak. Something you can't really you couldn't time it any better. This team on a win streak of 2 in a row, both big district wins over Hendrickson and Anderson, and an opportunity tonight to continue to let Leander dwell in the bottom. They're 0-4 in district on a 4-game losing streak. And so, they're hungry.
Right.
Coach Griffin talked about it in the coaches show on Wednesday night. They're a hungry football team, and they've got talent. You've got to be ready for them. It's important to go 1-0 again this week.
This stadium, as far as I've been here, it's been tough for Georgetown.
Yeah.
We've often thought there's some Indian burial ground underneath the turf out there. We've always had a tough time over here, haven't we,
2015, we came over here, a team that was good enough to make a deep run in the playoffs, and Leander was struggling that season, and they whipped us that night. Just flat out whipped us. So Leander has always been a big challenge for the Eagles.
And you talk about it. It's hard to win here anytime against Leander. The series between the Leander Lions and Georgetown, Leander leads at 7 wins to 4.
Yep. Really?
And so an opportunity here. The Eagles have never won back-to-back games against Leander in 2 seasons, in repetitive seasons. And so tonight, the first time for that to be able to happen in quite a while. They haven't played a lot over the past few years. Last year, Georgetown won the game at Georgetown. This year, here it's in Leander. The last game, like Kelly said, was back in 2015. And so the series goes back a while, but there's some gaps in it due to a 5A, 6A, 5A Division II, 5A Division I. A lot of movement between the teams. But nonetheless, tonight we sit here with the Georgetown Eagles, able to go 500 on the year, able to go 3-2 in district play, and continue to solidify their spot in the playoff standings to get into the playoffs. So an important game. Kelly,
Well, I got the opportunity to talk to Leander's head coach this week and ask him about how you keep your kids motivated whenever they're not having the season that you want to have, and then what he has to look forward to tonight against the Eagles. And here's the interview with Leander's head coach. We welcome to the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles countdown to kickoff. Head coach of the Leander Lions, Coach Chris Price. Coach, thanks so much for joining us today. I know you're busy.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
So, Coach,
the record doesn't indicate the season you want, but you guys have sure had some close losses. It's got to be a little bit frustrating for you.
Yeah, it is a little frustrating. The kids have played hard throughout the season, and we've gotten close to a couple of big wins that we needed. Just haven't ended up on the right side of it yet. And, we're going to keep plugging along and keep pushing. It's a good group of kids. We just got to make a few plays here and there and have a couple of things bounce our way.
Well, and it's obvious, watching some of you guys film and some videos of your team, you've got some talent over there. And the future is bright, but it's here and now that we got to talk about right now. What's your aim and your goal in the push for the remainder of the season, Dan?
Yeah, our goal is to finish out the season with wins, obviously, but we also want to grow some of our younger players a little bit. We do have, several guys that are seeing quite a bit of playing time right now that are underclassmen, and they're going to have some experience going into the end of the season to kind of get ready for the future as well. So it's a balancing act of winning right here and right now, and also preparing for the next stages, next steps.
Well, and it seems like your Lions are kind of in the same boat as a lot of the schools that we played this year in this district, in that there are a lot of underclassmen or at least inexperienced players that are having to play this year.
Yeah, I think this district is pretty unique in the sense that there's every team is pretty talented, and week in and week out, it's going to be a tough, hard-fought game, and everyone's having to play some underclassmen. It's injuries, it's just recovering from kind of the last year, and we've put some of our younger guys in some unique situations with having to play a lot here. In the last several weeks, and I think every team's seeing that right now.
So who are some of the guys who have stood out for your team this year so our Georgetown Eagle fans can keep an eye out and listen for those names tonight?
Sure. Offensively, we've had our running back, Alex Franklin, has had a really, really good year. He's been really a workhorse for us and doing a lot of things out of the backfield. Also on offense, our quarterback, Aiden Parrott, has also had a really good year. It's a new position for him. He did it a little bit last year, but hasn't, been under center and taken every snap of every game until this year. So that's been important for us. And then defensively, Andre Burt has played a lot of different positions over the course of 3-4 years. He's been up since he was a sophomore, and so he's got a lot of experience for us, and he's really kind of led us defensively. And then we have a couple of sophomores on defense that have had to step up. Kate Sunheim, primarily being the biggest one.
So it would be, I guess it would be easy for these 16, 17, 18-year-old kids to get their heads down. But, watching some of your game last week against Cedar Park, your kids are still playing hard.
That is one thing these kids do. They play hard from kickoff to end, and we're really proud of that. And we keep ourselves in position to have success by doing that. And so we are proud of how they're playing right now.
Well, and congratulations to you and your staff for being able to do that. I tell people frequently, I'm glad my salary is not dependent on the performance of 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. But congratulations to you guys for keeping these kids fighting like they are. And the Eagle coaching staff is expecting a dogfight tonight.
Yeah, I think that's this district, the way it's played out, you can expect a dogfight every week. And,
right.
That's what we're trying to walk into and play against. And we're going to keep fighting.
So your Lions are going up against our Eagles tonight. What are you expecting out of Georgetown, and what are you planning for? Not asking your scheme and your game plan.
Yeah, well, obviously they have some talented players across the board, offensively and defensively. The quarterback is a big kid, probably the biggest quarterback we faced, and he can do a lot of things through the air and with his legs. And so that's certainly something we got to respect and watch out for. Defensively, they're really tough and hard-nosed, and they fly to the ball. And so, like you said, it's going to be a dogfight. There's going to be some players at Georgetown that make some big plays, and we've got to counter that and make some big plays ourselves.
So is this the kind of game that you go into saying we're going to have to put some points on the board because Georgetown's offense hasn't really been stopped much this year. I mean, when you got a 6'4", 220-pound quarterback that can run pretty well, and then the stable of running backs that the Eagles have this year, is that your game plan? I don't even know how you game plan.
Yeah, it's the balancing act of trying to score as much as you can, but also trying to keep possession for as long as you can to keep the offense off the field. And so you got to take advantage of opportunities when you have them. You can't make mistakes. You can't turn the ball over and have penalties that put you in bad situations offensively. And then, it's just going to be about rallying to the ball and tackling and trying to extend drives against Georgetown just to give our defense the best opportunity to make a play themselves.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking the time. We're looking forward to the game tonight at Bible Stadium against your Lions, and wish you all the best. Hope all the players are safe and healthy, and all staff and fans are safe and healthy. But we really appreciate you taking the time and accommodating us.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys.
Folks, that's head coach Chris Price from the Leander Lions. The countdown to kickoff will continue. Stick with us.
Thanks so much to Coach Price for reaching out to Kelly. It was crazy. Your email went to his junk email. He found it this morning, called you, and so sure appreciate the time for him to take today of all days on game day to reach out to you, Kelly.
Well, and all these coaches that we reach out to, they're just so accommodating. Our coaching staff is. The opponent coaching staffs are always so accommodating, and we know they're busy. But for Coach Price to call me on Friday morning and go, hey, I've got some time, really, really appreciated that. And then also I got to talk to Coach Griffin about how the season's going with these back-to-back wins, trying to keep that momentum going, and what the message is to the team and what they're expecting out of the Leander Lions tonight. And here's what Coach had to say about tonight's game and the season in general.
We welcome to the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles countdown to kickoff head coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Kelly. Glad to be here.
Well, another win, another week, another win, a little bit different win from the previous week. Talk a little bit about this game and what you took from this game.
I'm just proud of our kids, their effort they put forth and the preparation they put in the week. And they've been buying into what we're talking about, the 1-0 mentality. 1-0 every rep, whether that be in the weight room, whether it be in practice, whether it be in the classroom. And if you stack enough of those 1-0s up, then you end up with a win at the end of the night. So just proud of our kid and their belief and what they've been working on and just continue to do that and try to get another one this week.
Well, previous week against Hendrickson, that was a blowout win. This one against Anderson was a little bit different because Anderson punched these guys back.
Yeah, absolutely. Anderson's a good football team, and that's kind of about our district. There's a lot of parity in our district this year, and a lot of teams are much closer. And those guys, they really did. They've got a couple of good players, and did a good job of really keeping the ball away from us. We only had 2 offensive possessions in the second half, and I don't know that I've ever experienced that before in my career, and so. Proud of our offense. We had 1 special teams touchdown, but they scored 5 out of the 6 possessions on the night. So, usually we're 10 or 12 possessions, not 6. And so it was good that we were able to get in and score.
Well, and getting those big blowout wins may sometimes give the team a little bit of overconfidence, but it didn't seem like that was the case with Anderson. It just looked like they were able to make some changes and fight back.
Yeah, I don't think he gave us any overconfidence. We got a long way to go before we can be overconfident. It's just more about us taking care of the Georgetown Eagles and then making sure that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. We're doing the best we can each rep and keeping that 1-0 mentality.
And I tell you, the guys on the defensive side of the ball, especially when you have 6 and 7 guys in the box, they did a really good job, especially in that first half of containing Anderson. And I love watching that defense. Talk a little bit about those guys up front.
They did a great job. We struggled to tackle on the counter. On the night we got away with some stuff early, kind of stayed in that habit. But man, really proud of AJ Bradshaw, and Bryson Hanks, the linebacker role. Both of them just doing a really good job. Our outside linebackers, Jesse Avila and Ian in Lewis, they didn't really have a whole lot of stats, but they did their job of making everything spill back inside, of boxing everything in. And then,
well, and it looked like you were saying, those two guys took care of their assignments, and they were taking care of a couple of blockers at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys did a really good job, and Carson Guido and Brandon Stovall, Hawkins, and Michael Valenta, they've all done a really good job up front for us.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about, Coach, was every week you talk about the scout team player of the week and so forth. Talk about the importance of what the scout team guys do for y'all.
Those guys are invaluable to who we are and what we do. We talk about everybody understanding their role in the team and what that is. And with 5 football teams, we're trying to play 5 games a week. But the other thing is our varsity guys, that's who takes us to the playoffs is varsity level. So our young guys have to run scout team for us. They're running the other team's plays during practice for the week. So our JV Silver offense and JV Blue team offense, they were running the Anderson plays last week, the Leander plays this week. And then the same for the defense. The JV Silver and JV Blue defense is running Leander's defense this week for us. And try to give us a really good picture of what it's going to be. On Friday night, we still go our good on good, our ones versus ones and some stuff and some situational. So we keep up with the speed of the game. But we're trying to get a good picture of where people and bodies are going to be when we're playing a team like Leander. So our scout teams, they're invaluable to what we do.
Well, and they got to be smart because they're running a new offense, new defense every week.
Yeah, they're learning stuff, and it's all card drawn, and we have ways to do that. But those guys just, the fact that they're practicing, and most of those guys are coming back after school. They're not here quite as long in the varsity in the morning, and then they come back after school and they get a little bit of work in for their team, their specific team. And so it's great to see those guys have some success too.
So going over to Leander this week, they haven't had much success this season, but watching some of their games, they've got some athletes, and this could be a dangerous game.
Absolutely. Here's the deal: is that they know they've got to win this to get into the playoffs, and by any stretch, they know they got to win these last 3. They're seniors fighting at the end of their career, so it's going to be a really dangerous game for us. And not to mention, they're a good football team. I know the record doesn't show that, but neither does ours. And thing about what you're going to find about Leander is to be honest, man, they beat Manor. They had kind of a bad officials call there at the end of the game. They gave Manor a second chance to kick a field goal. They missed on the last play of the game, and they made it on the second chance. So really, they really beat Manor first week of district. So they're a good football team. We're going to have to play well and go out and take care of our job and take care of the Georgetown Eagles.
Well, that's one of the things that we talked about at the beginning of the district season. Once the first 3 games were done, is this district is just a murderer's row, and Leander's winless in district, but they're a dangerous football team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we don't have anybody that's a pushover. You're not going to any game thinking, I'm going to get my backups in this game. We just can't. That's not the type of district we're in.
What's your biggest concern with Leander this week?
Our biggest concern is we got to stop the run. Their quarterback and their running back are both pretty good. So we got to do a good job tackling those guys and making sure we stop the run. And then offensively for us, they run a style of defense a lot like Manor, although they're probably built a lot more like the last 2 teams we played defensively. But they run a style like Manor. They're all over the place. They're going to blitz every down. They're bringing pressure every snap, playing a lot of man coverage. So we're going to have to handle that. They're going to get us some, but we'll pop a few as well. And then we're going to have some help over the top and catching the football over the top versus man coverage.
So who were your players of the week last week?
I'm going to learn one of these days to bring that with me, but I think I got to step over here and go get it. Let's see. In my stack of papers. Let me grab it real quick.
It's not like you got anything else going on.
One of these days, I'm remembering to bring that with me. I'm
gonna keep
the radio show. But our defensive line of the week was Brandon Stovall. Ended up with 7 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Our linebacker of the week was Jesse Avila with 3 tackles. And then, like we said, not many stats, but just did a great job doing what we asked them to do, and allowing our inside linebackers to make a lot of tackles. Our defensive back of the week was, again, Leo Diaz with 4 solo tackles, 8 assisted tackles, and 3 pass breakups.
Boy, he's had a good year.
He has. He had a good 3 games so far. Our House of Pain player was Anthony Bradshaw with 13 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 block kick.
And those are some solid tackles too, boy.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. AJ's doing a great job. Really is. Game changer was to Marquise Dominguez, the interception going in at halftime. That big interception, just making sure the score stayed 21-13 and not 21-20 or 21-21. And then, of course, the special teams play of Vedretto's kickoff return opening the half, basically pushing it back to a 14-point lead was really big. Our offensive back of the week was Devin Ross with 72 yards rushing. Wide receivers, Drayden Dickman with 5 catches for 97 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. And then, of course, the kickoff return touchdown. Offensive lineman was Robert Schweitzer, graded out at 84%. And then our code blue, our offensive player of the game was Darson Harmon with 233 total yards and a touchdown.
Coach, it really looks like the pieces are starting to come together. The mistakes are starting to be limited. And that lack of experience at the beginning of the year, it looks like these guys are really starting to gel.
I think so. I think they're coming together and they're believing what we're telling them and the buy-in and believing in the game plan and their ability. So really looking forward to the last few games here of district play.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. We know you're busy and looking forward to the game this week at Leander.
All right. See you, Kelly. Thanks, man.
Folks, that is Coach Chuck Griffin, your head coach for your Georgetown Eagles. The countdown to kickoff continues. Stay with us.
And as always, thanks to Coach Griffin, spending the time each and every week, so welcoming for talking to us and giving us, time and effort to chit-chat about everything. But I tell you what, we talk about it. We talk about it in the offense and what this offense has run. And we talked about last week, Dave and I were talking about how quick they were scoring 6 possessions in the game. And that's spearheaded by your senior quarterback, Darson Harmon.
It is, and whenever when you talk about the Georgetown offense this year especially, you're talking about the running game, and so many people put their hands on the football, but when you look at Darson's stats, passing, he's 101 completions on 163 attempts with a almost 62% completion rate, 1,394 yards on the season, averaging almost 200 yards per game. He's thrown 12 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. But when he tucks the ball and runs, and they have a lot of those design runs, and sometimes he's scrambling because his receivers are covered, he's had 78 carries this year for 651 yards, 93 yards per game average rushing the football. He has scored 9 rushing touchdowns, so Darson has been responsible for 21 of the touchdowns the Eagles have scored this year.
And then think back to the interceptions, though. One was against Belton, one against Copper's Cove. There's 2 of the 3 in the first 2 games of the year.
Right.
He's been a very trustworthy quarterback in the sense of the passing and everything he's doing, running this offense as a senior. But, Dave, I see the camera zoomed in, looking down, and you can go even tighter on these first responders tonight, a special night here at Leander High School.
Yeah, all our buddies down there. I know several of those guys down there, and glad to see them, excited to see them. And, hey, how about we go starting lineups?
Starting lineups for the Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah.
Or let's go Leander.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we'll go Leander. We'll start with Leander on offense tonight. Starting at left tackle is number 70, Ryan Gambino. He's a sophomore. At left guard, number 72, Cade Pope, a junior. At right guard, the senior, number 51, Daniel Martin. The right tackle is number 60, Riley Dupree. He, too, is a senior. The wide receivers are number 10, Joaquin Garza, a junior. Number 2, Aiden Salazar, a junior. Wearing 0 tonight is Jake Webster. He's a senior. And number 11, Caden Wheatley, is also a senior. At the tailback position, number 16, Alexander Franklin III, a senior. The halfback is the junior, number 15, Peyton Gordon. And the quarterback, number 1, Aiden Parrott. On defense for the Lions tonight, at end is number 53, Daniel Cedillo. He's a junior. At the nose, number 55, Caden Sondheim, sophomore. Defensive tackles, number 41, junior Joe Vasquez. Linebacker, Number 25, Ethan Ortiz, he's a senior. The middle linebackers, number 24, Andre Burt, also a senior. The other side linebackers, number 46, Tony Clare, he's a junior. At the corners, number 3, Chancellor Moody, a senior. Number 13, Jaden Arnold, a junior. At the bandit linebacker position, number 28, Lucas Flores, a senior. At the jack, number 5, Gavin Brzezinski. And the free safety is number 6, Jalen Jammer. The kicker tonight, both punter and kicker, is number 31, Ivan Rodriguez. And for your Georgetown Eagles, on the offensive side of the ball tonight, we have at right tackle, number 72, Ian Sanders is a sophomore. Number 52, Nick Fisher, right guard, he's a senior. Number 65, junior Broden Elliott is the center. And number 50, Jacob Weisheimer, he's the left guard. Jacob's a sophomore. Number 78, Jeremiah Phillips is the left tackle. He's a senior. At the specialty skill positions, number 6, Drayden Dickman, wide receiver. He's a junior. Marquise Dominguez, number 25, he's a junior as well. He's the other wide receiver. In the slots, you have number 22, Andrew Petter, a sophomore. And number 14, Hayden During, he's a senior. Devin Ross is a running back, number 32, he's a senior. And number 16, Tyler Hawkins is the fullback, also a senior. At quarterback, number 8, Darson Herman, and Darson is a senior. On defense, number 15, Carson Guido is the defensive end for the Georgetown Eagle defense. He's a senior. Number 43, Michael Valenta, he's nose, and he is a sophomore. Number 38, Brandon Stovall is the bandit. He's a junior. Number 10, Ian Lewis, he's the outside linebacker, also a junior. Number 3, Bryson Hanks is the Mike linebacker. He's a senior. Number 5, A.J. Bradshaw, Sam linebacker. He, too, is a senior. In the defensive backfield, star linebacker is senior Jesse Avila, number 7. And the safeties are Trent McConnell, number 18, a senior, and junior Gabriel DeNova, number 24. On special teams, got cornerback Baylor Alexander, number 11, he's a senior. Number 26, Colin Casey, he's a senior as well. On special teams, Rex Lee is the long snapper, number 36, he's a senior. And Luke DeCartree is the punter, he's a senior. Carson Sauceda is the kicker, and Tucker Griffin the holder. And that's the starting lineups for your Georgetown Eagles tonight.
The Leander Lions have taken the field. They came through their inflatable. They're wearing the all-blue uniforms, white numerals outlined in red with the white helmets. The Georgetown Eagles in a different uniform tonight. They've got the black pants, the black helmet, and then the gray jerseys with blue numerals outlined in white. The first responders being honored on the field right now here in the stadium. Love seeing that. We appreciate all that they do, and we surely appreciate all that our men and women in uniform do in the armed forces. And here comes, speaking of, the colors, as the color guard. And what we're going to do here is they introduce them and bring them out. We're going to go to the field for the national anthem. We'll be back, more live coverage as we get ready for kickoff. You're listening to Eagle Football here on SHN.
Staff Sergeant Samuel Walker and Texas Flag Guard Cadet Airman Basic Daniel Reese. Instructors for Texas 20007 are Lieutenant Colonel retired Jeff Moffitt and Master Sergeant retired Henry Jackson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, join me as we honor our country with the singing of the national anthem performed by Leander High School Choir and band senior Emma Baldwin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright swords through the perilous fight. Oh, the red, brown, sweet wars were so gallantly streaming, and
15 seconds to kick off. They've stopped the clock. The team's ready to roll. And what a night of high school football, I tell you what. But first and foremost, I'm giving credit to this Georgetown Eagle Marching Band. I reached out to the band director just to find out what's going on. It was so cool to see the tweet by Coach Griffin. The varsity players were out supporting them Tuesday night as the band was at competition. Guys, this is amazing. September 18th, Bands of America Southwest Championship in McAllen, Texas. The band won Outstanding General Effect, third in Class 3A, sixth overall, making the finals for the first time in the history of the GHS band.
Fantastic.
Awesome. October 9th, they go to Kelly Reeves and the Texas Marching Classic. They placed 11th in the preams, making the finals ahead of many of 5A and 6A schools. And then on October 19th, they went to the UIL Region 26 Marching Contest at Kelly Reeves this past Tuesday, and they earned a unanimous First Division Superior rating. And now this Tuesday, they're going to go compete tomorrow. Tomorrow
That's awesome.
At Kelly Reeves at the UIL Area D Marching Contest at 2 p.m. at the field. This band has put on a show this year. It's fun to watch each and every week.
Yeah, and congratulations to the band and that. They do a phenomenal job. The Georgettes do a phenomenal job. Cheerleaders, all the spirit groups, Blue Crew. So congratulations to the band.
Let's get ready for kickoff. We'll be right back live with you here on SHN.
Number 52, Nick Fisher.
It's time for kickoff. The Georgetown Eagles win the coin toss, and they defer to the second half, so they'll be kicking it off. They'll be kicking from the south end. It'll be the Leander Lions on the north end of the field to receive. They'll be going north to south, left to right in the first possession of the ball game. So we're trying something new tonight. Bear with us as you see in the scoreboard on the screen. We've superimposed the clock with another camera, so hopefully it'll stay there tonight. We're going to do a little bit of upgrading each and every week, so hopefully that will help stay in the flow of the game. Kelly, what do the Eagles have to do tonight?
They're going to, like Coach Griffin talked about in the interview, they're going to have to stop the run. If Leander can't run the football, it is going to be a long night for the Lions, but we'll see what happens because Georgetown's going to put some points on the board. Coach Price talked about it as well. He feels like they're going to have to outscore this high-powered offense.
The kick fielded at the 30-yard line on a fair catch by number 30, Daniel Hernandez.
It's actually number
14, not number 30. I apologize.
It's all good.
Aiden Parker. And that's where the Lions will start their first possession at their own 30, maybe 31. We'll see where they spot it.
Folks, tonight, whenever the Eagles are on defense, this is the guy you want to watch for, number 5, A.J. Bradshaw. He brings the heat, and it is fun to watch that young man tackle.
First and 10 from the 31. Leander has the ball to start. Two receivers left, two right. One man offset to the right. Make it the left now of the quarterback. Shotgun snap. Quick pass out to the right side. Made it to 35 and quickly hit there and taken down. And that's going to be by the sophomore, Leo Diaz. He stepped up ever since being moved up to varsity, and he's doing a great job out at defensive back.
He has, and you hear the coaches talk about him. They love this kid's attitude and his hustle to the football, and it's fun to watch these young guys get some snaps like this, meaningful snaps at the beginning of the game.
That'll bring up 2nd and 6 from the 35. Quarterback and shotgun. Still two receivers left, two right. Offset to the left side. Quick pass out to number 8. He catches behind the line of scrimmage. Breaks a tackle and up the right sideline 50. 45, 40, 35, 30. Being chased down and now driven out of bounds taken down about the 15-yard line. What a play there by Jaron Cotton. He slipped one tackle, and he was off to the races.
Dave, he had 3 guys had him in the backfield, and nobody put him on the ground.
Yeah, Leander had some really good blocking there to set that up, and that's how he got that release.
Now it's 1st and 10 for Leander at the 15-yard line of Georgetown inside the red zone after 2 plays. The quarterback, number 1, Aiden Perot. How do you pronounce that? Aiden Perot.
Okay.
Pitch play to number 8. He's taken down to the back. That's Bryson Hanks. That's a loss of 2 yards back to the 17. What a job of reading that there. They tried the little end around, and to no avail as Jaron Cotton taken down by Bryson Hanks. 2nd and 12 now for the Lions.
Nice job by Bryson coming in and making a good sure tackle. They needed that on the previous play, but he did a good job of coming in there and shutting that down before it could get going.
2nd and 12 from the 17. Now they'll slow things down as Perot looks over to the sideline, calls out the signals. Bunch of receivers there at the end of the line. Doubled up. Quick snap back. The quarterback keeper, he's going to follow a man up to 15, and then he's hit about the 13. And a stack of Eagle defenders shuts it down there. So it'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8 now for the Lions.
And you saw what Leander was trying to do. They bunched those receivers up on the end around where the tight end would lined up, and they just send them out to try to make their blocks, but the Eagle defensive backs were able to fight those blocks off. Short gain, so it's 3rd and long now for the Lions.
3rd and 8 from the 13-yard line of Georgetown. 3 receivers split left, 1 right. That'll be Cotton by himself on the right side. Jaron Cotton, the senior wide receiver, with a big play. All alone on the right side. Shotgun snap. Quick pass out to the left side. Caught there. Gets up to about the 10-yard line. And the Eagle defense doesn't let it get any further than that. A 3-yard gain brings up 4th down and 5 for the Lions. And it looks like they're going to go for the field goal. So the defense, bend don't break, pays off early after the big play.
You can't come in here and come up empty with no points. So I think this is a good call by the Leander coaching staff, Coach Price and his staff, of trying to put some points on the board. You come away empty, you're not going to get a lot of opportunities.
27-yard field goal attempt for the Lions from the far hash. The snap back, but it's going to be blown dead. Looks like it's going to be a false start on the Lions. And that'll back them up. See if we can hear the official.
On the offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So the penalty whistled on number 70. It'll bring up 4th and 10 from the 15. So now to back it up, the spot of the ball for the field goal attempt will be at the 22. It'll make it a 32-yard field goal attempt for Ivan Rodriguez from the far side hash. Cotton the holder, snap back, a tie. He gets it down. The kick is up, and it looks like it'll be good. The Leander Lions score first. It's 3-0. Leander takes the early lead. I tell you what, though, the defense doing a good job there, boys, of not giving in after that big play. It was a 2nd down, and Cotton slipped one tackle, and he was off to the races, gets all the way to the 15, and then the Eagles shut it down.
And that's what you're going to have to do. Coach talked about tackling. There were issues early in the season on tackling. Looked like they got him short up a little bit, had some problems on that one long play, but came back and made the stops necessary. And Leander cannot exchange field goals for touchdowns. They're going to have to put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, Kelly, because there's so many weapons on our offense with, 3 plus 1 running backs, 4 running backs, and then the wide receivers, which have been playing lights out this season so far. Our offensive playbook, it seems like it's almost at 100% with Darson, your senior quarterback, leading the charge.
Absolutely is. And on this kick, folks, one of the guys, if Leander kicks it to him, Drayden Dickman is a guy that can take it back to the house. He had a return at the opening of the second half last week for a touchdown. So
90-yard kickoff return to open the second half, and got a chance to talk to Drayden Dickman on the coaches show on Wednesday night. And I had that one question. What was going to happen if the kicker got you? And he said, I couldn't let that happen. One good move. The kickoff, the Eagles back to field it. It's going to be a short pooch kick, fielded by Petter at the 24-yard line. Dickman came up like he was wanting to get it.
Drayden wanted that football without the fair catch signal. So
Andrew Petter calls it and takes it for the Eagles. And so it'll be fielded out. Looks like they're going to set it at the 25-yard line. So the Eagles will have it for their first possession. 8:38 left here in the first half at their own 25-yard line. Darson Herman, your starting quarterback. Devin Ross in the backfield, pistol formation. One receiver left will be Dominguez. Two receivers right for the Eagles, Dickman and I believe Daring out there to the outside. Hawkins offset to the left side of the line as the tight end. Herman in the shotgun snap. Ball back, handed off to Devin Ross right up the middle, up to the past the line of scrimmage, about the 27. It's a gain of 2 yards on first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Eagles.
Moose.
Georgetown is going to want to establish that run, and this is one of the earliest times that we've seen Moose in the backfield.
Petter Moose.
On the first series. One of the first times we've seen him on the first series.
Now, offset to the right is Moose. Petter to the left of Herman. Back, quick pass out to Dominguez. Left side 32-yard line up to the 35. Double team tackle there, but not before another, or a first down. The first of the night, a borrow from Morrow first down for the Eagles. And I tell you what, getting Dominguez involved early is going to be a key here. Lately, it's been the Drayton Dickman show on the last couple of Friday nights, people covering up Dominguez after a couple of big games, and now Coach Griffin getting him involved early.
I like the play call. You know, you bring in Moose, and if anybody's seen any film on that young man, they know he can put up a lot of yards, and then you throw it out there to Marquise on the edge.
1st and 10 at the 38. Herman fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it around the left side 40, 45, and it gets drugged down about the 48-yard line. Good run there. I don't know if it's a broken play, design run, but all of a sudden you had 3 or 4 defenders chasing Herman down from behind.
Something interesting to watch. I just saw big number 53, one of the defensive linemen, Daniel Cedillo. He was in pursuit trying to catch Darson, and he grabbed his inner thigh area for his groin area. So that'll be interesting to watch to see if that affects him tonight. That defensive line needs those leg muscles to push. So
now it looks like they're going to give the Eagles the 10 yards on the run by Darson Herman. 1st and 10. Now at the 48-yard line, a borrow from Morrow first down. Ross goes to the right, empty backfield. Herman by himself, 3 receivers right, 2 left for the Eagles. On the near side hash mark, shotgun snap back. Herman looks to pass, drops back. He's going deep across the middle. Could have been pass interference, and there it comes from the backside, and now the corner judge throws it as Dominguez was kind of taken down early. It could have been defensive holding, could have been pass interference, but nonetheless, the penalty on the Lions is going to give the Eagles another first down.
Yeah, and the Lions sent a delayed blitz from the safety. Here's the call. Safety came on a delayed blitz, and Darson hung in there and made the throw. Accurate throw, but broken up because of the pass interference. But Darson did a good job of hanging in there.
So up to the 37-yard line of Leander on the borrow from Morrow first down, thanks to the pass interference. Now an offset man to the right side of Herman. It's going to be Petter. Handed off to Petter. Cut back at the 45, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Andrew Petter takes it to the house, a 37-yard touchdown run. And what a cutback by Andrew Petter.
And that's what we've seen out of Andrew all year. He'll wait for that line to open up a hole, plant that foot, and cut up field against the grain. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Leander has a drive, gets down into the red zone. They kick a field goal. Georgetown scores the touchdown. Field goals aren't going to cut it tonight for Leander.
Man-to-man press, extra point attempt by Salcedo. Carson puts it up and in. No good. That was the slowest signaled missed field goal I've ever seen.
Or extra point, whatever you want to call it.
And that is no good. So it'll be 6-3 for the Eagles on the 37-yard touchdown run. But, Dave, we talked about this last week. This offense doesn't give your defense much time to rest. Less than 2 minutes, 75 yards, and 5 plays.
Yeah, it felt like a little bit of a how many first downs? Three or so first downs. So a little bit of a sustained drive. It seemed longer than average, maybe, but because sometimes we'll have a 3-play drive that you take to the house.
Well, then you think of that. 3 first downs on a 5-play drive that went 75 yards in a minute 42 seconds.
Yeah. Right.
And so thanks, of course, to the Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club on the scoring drive summary. That drive, all of 5 plays, 75 yards for the touchdown in 1 minute 42 seconds, capped off by Andrew Petter on a 37-yard run. And what you can't
Great
say enough
run.
about that three-headed running back attack.
Yep.
And Andrew Petter strikes first for the Georgetown Eagle running attack with the touchdown. The missed extra point makes it 6-3.
We welcome all our viewers on YouTube. Jack Ward checked in early tonight. It's good to see Jack with us again. Thanks for watching, you guys.
The kick fielded at the 26-yard line by number 11. He's tracked down about the 30, and now he's slammed to the ground at the 32. A 6-yard return. And now a flag comes in from behind the play. I would assume either a block in the back or a hold on the Lions.
That was a 32-yard flag toss from the referee that threw it because he was on the other end of the field when he threw it. That's good arm.
Holding. On the return, number 25. 10-yard penalty.
So Caden Wheatley fielded the kick at the 26-yard line, takes it to the 32. But the holding penalty on the Lions backs them up to their own 22-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 22-yard line. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Perot, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 right. The running back off to the right side of the quarterback. Cotton in motion. Now it'll be a quarterback keeper around the right side up to the 20. Gets hit about the 24, falls forward. They'll spot him at the 25. Just a gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. And you saw Cotton go in motion, set up, kind of stutter step, and it was an automatic quarterback run. A different look than you see from Darson Herman at 6'4", 220 for this quarterback, Perot.
Well, he's not big enough to run the ball like Darson, but he is agile and has been effective running the football all season. So it's imperative that the defensive line, the guys in the box, the linebackers, defensive line, stop him before he can get going.
Now it looks like number 7 in the backfield, Cameron Berkman, the quarterback. He'll take the snap. He backs up, passes to the left side, catch at the 30, backtrack, and now gets to the line of scrimmage at the 32 where he's taken down. The receiver did a good job of making a man miss, gets up to the first down marker, and that'll be a first down. The throw there from Berkman into the hands of Parker, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Nice completion, good play call, good play draw. The way the play is drawn up to stay in front of those defenders, and the short completions there whenever Georgetown's playing that far off the ball with the receivers.
Berkman, the junior quarterback, in. So odd to see as Perot was the starting quarterback, ran the first offensive possession for the Leander Lions. They go down and kick a field goal, and now Berkman, the junior quarterback, in to run things for the Lion offense. He's in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Berkman looks to pass to the left side. Oh, the interception dropped. The pass hit the defender right in the hands, and boys, is that why he plays defense?
Oh,
Number 10.
absolutely.
In Lewis. Hit him in the hands and hit the ground, if I'm correct on that. Number 10 in Lewis.
Yeah, nice job at Ian. Got to make that catch.
Leander Lions seem very content right now, just taking their time. It definitely doesn't look like a hurry-up offense from what we're used to. Watching Georgetown's offense, they get those plays in fast.
Back up to the line, 2nd and 10 from their own 32. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Berkman gets the shotgun snap, quick pass to the right side, into the hands of Wheatley. Comes around the right side, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets up to midfield, and he's driven out of bounds there. Another long play. A lot of quick out passes by this Leander Lion offense.
One of those quick passes is going to be returned for a pick 6. It almost was there. That defender was right there, wasn't he, Kelly?
Yeah, he was getting close, but again, whenever you're waiting on that help over the top, that angle has to be better to keep that pass from being the big gain that it just was. So those defensive backs really have to make sure their angles are what they should be so that they get that help from the over-the-top coverage guys.
Berkman in the shotgun snap. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Now 1 in motion, number 0. To the right side, the pass is going to throw to Wheatley, and he'll lay out towards the sideline and make the catch in front of Leo Diaz. Just a great pass and catch there. Diaz really couldn't do anything about that one. And the Lions now into Eagle territory. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line, or 35-yard line.
I think we're going to be hearing that young man's name a lot tonight. They've already been leaning on him, relying on him, so need to knock him off the pattern.
First and 10 from the 35. That run goes nowhere. Number 15, Peyton Gordon, he loses 2 on the run. That'll bring up 2nd and 12 now.
I'm kind of anxious to see if the Eagles are going to start bringing some pressure to try to throw those timing routes off, maybe move up on the wide receivers and try to knock them off their route.
2nd and 12 now for the Lions from the 37-yard line of Georgetown. Snap back, fake it. Now Berkman keeps it on a run. He got a block up to the 30, up to the 25, drags the defender, but now he's pushed out of bounds. There they go. They're going to stop the clock there as he got inside the 25-yard line down to the 24. Another first down on the design quarterback keeper for the Lions.
Nice patient run by that quarterback, and you see now why they made the switch. They may alternate him back and forth, but he was really patient waiting for that hole to open, and big hole opened up. So that's going to be the challenge for the Georgetown coaching staff, is making that adjustment. We've talked about it before in the season. They not necessarily wait until halftime to make the adjustment.
Shotgun formation. Now the receiver in motion left. They're going to pass it up the right sideline. Taking a shot, Wheatley. The ball taken away by Diaz. No! Oh, he's calling him out of bounds. Diaz came up with that on an interception.
I think
what a play there
call
by the sophomore Diaz. But they're throwing, like you said, you're going to call that name a lot, Caden Wheatley. They went for him in the end zone, and Diaz broke it up. Incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10.
Nice job of Diaz. Waiting for the right time to make that pass breakup so it didn't get called for the pass interference.
And now I can't tell if that's number 1 or 7 at quarterback. It's hard to tell in his uniform. It may be Perot back in there at quarterback. He threw that pass. 2nd and 10, man in motion. Now 2 receivers right, none left. Fake the handoff. Nope, they're going to give it to number 15. He hits the line of scrimmage, and he gets driven back. He'll get the line of scrimmage. Number 35 on the run, Damian Stout. The sophomore running back, he hit the line of scrimmage and gained nothing there. A.J. Bradshaw, give him credit for the tackle. And it'll bring 3rd and 10 now.
A.J.'s so quick to the ball. He's got a great nose for the football, and we've called his name a bunch this year. And, man, that kid, I love to watch him play defense.
Perot still a quarterback. 3 receivers left, 1 right for the Lions. The running back is Stout, offset to the left side. Now Perot on the roll. He's going to throw on the run. Heaves it up towards the end zone. There's going to be a battle. The receiver hits the ground. It looks like the flag's coming out. He just can't get it out of his pocket in time.
Nope. He
tucked it back in there.
Yeah.
Looked like in Lewis over there.
Their feet got tangled, and, the Eagle fans say that's a great call, great no call, and the Lion fans are just wondering how could there not be a call. But their feet got tangled. So I think that's a good keep the flag in your pocket. Now 41-yard field goal attempt.
And the receiver, Jake Webster, he is the one holding, not Cotton. Webster throws his gloves off like he was upset. He was that receiver they threw to. He'll spot the hold at the 31. A 41-yard field goal attempt by Ivan Rodriguez, and it is no good. That one never even got high enough to get over the crossbar. And so the Eagles will take over after the missed field goal. 2:53 left in the first quarter. The Eagles lead it by 3.
Yeah, we want to say hello to Linwood Stockwell listening in from Phippsburg, Maine. Thanks for checking in. And, of course, Kay is listening. Kay Pledge. Kay and Chuck Pledge. And Kay, thank you. It's good to be back. Jack Ward's listening in. Shelly Kubicki listening in. Thanks, you guys. We appreciate you joining us for our broadcasts.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. The second possession of the ball game for the Eagles. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Devin Ross offset to the left side of Harmon. Hawkins in motion, moves to the left side. They'll hand it off to Devin Ross. He goes to the right side. Waits for a gap, gets hit from behind, but gets up to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 1. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 now for the Eagles. Quickly back to the huddle, or to the line. Ready to go again.
I like the tempo. Leander's not that deep.
Harmon keeps it around the left side. Up past the 25, 30. Finds a hole up the near sideline. 40, 50, 45. And he's driven out of bounds at the 40-yard line into Leander Lion territory on a borrow from Morrow first down. What a run there by the senior quarterback, Darson Harmon.
He's so deceptively fast, being 10 feet 7 inches tall like Darson is. And it just looked like he's not running that fast, but they can't catch up to him. 10 feet 7, 392 pounds.
And Harmon all the way to the 37. He'll keep it this side. And gets up to the 34-yard line on first down. Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
Darson want to get some more. I love it. Rumble, big man, rumble.
Now we'll have 3 receivers to the right side as you have Dickman, Daring, and Dominguez.
Moose is back.
Moose in the... Harmon has a shotgun snap. He'll hand it off to Devin Ross right up the middle. And he'll get stacked up. Keeps the legs moving, but he gains 2 yards. And that'll bring up about 3rd and 6 now for the... Or 3rd and 5 now for the Eagles at the 32-yard line of Leander.
That was Moose on the carry. Devin just came back in. He was on the sideline at the last play, so they're keeping these running backs fresh. And
now you have the 3-headed running back monster all on the field. Devin Ross to the left side of Harmon. Moose on the right side, Petter behind him. They're going to pass it up the near sideline. Floats it up. Dominguez goes up for it, pulls it in, and a touchdown for the Eagles. Marquise Dominguez. You know what? That's just a mean play to run against anyone. You had all 3 of your running backs in the backfield beside Harmon, and then threw it one-on-one to Marquise Dominguez for the 32-yard touchdown.
Marquise caught that ball and then looked at the defensive back like, hey, how's it going? Just going to hang out here in the end zone for a minute.
So with 1:14 left here in the first quarter, Carson Sauceda on to attempt the Minutemen press extra point kick, and it is good. And that'll move it to a 10-point lead for your Eagles, 13-3. And we'll take a quick timeout and listen to the band here as they take us to break here on SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle football. What a time to play the fight song as the Eagles score their 2nd touchdown of the night. The Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club scoring drive summary. Boys, it sounds pretty repetitive. 5 plays, 76 yards, but only 1 minute and 39 seconds.
5 plays? Why did it take so many plays?
Capped off by a 32-yard touchdown pass from Darson Harmon to Marquise Dominguez. The kickoff. Here to the near side, the floater fielded at the 25 by Wheatley. He's up to the 30, 35. He breaks a couple of tackles, gets up past the 40 to the 45-yard line. And Leander will have good field position for their 3rd possession as they'll start at their own 45, maybe the 46-yard line.
Well, here's another opportunity for the Georgetown Eagle defense to make a stop. It'll become I want to
3 points the first series. Nothing on the second series.
Just, the defense has done a good job. There's just this part of me that wants to see some pressure, some blitzes, run blitzes, and see these guys attack, see A.J. Bradshaw just fold somebody's napkin up in the backfield, stick it in the picnic basket, and just eat their lunch. I just love watching these guys.
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. The Lions have it. Perot back in a quarterback. He's looking to go deep, and it's going to be picked off by the defense. An interception on the far side for the Eagles, and now a flag on the field. We'll see what happened there. Trying to see who had the interception. He's still holding the ball.
I think it was number 17.
I think he's number 11.
Okay.
Baylor Alexander.
Baylor Alexander, you're correct, gets the interception. And the penalty is on the Lions, so the interception will stand. We'll go to the field. If you heard that from the official, it was. Anyway, it was a penalty on the Lions that's declined, and the interception stands. Dave or Kelly, are you happy?
Oh.
The defense did their job.
I'm very happy. And no pressure. The only thing that could have made that better was a blitz and a pick, but I'll take the pick.
Interception by Baylor Alexander. That drive lasted all of 7 seconds for the Leander Lions as the interception on the first play of the drive gives the ball back to the Eagles. They get their third possession with 1 minute left in the third quarter. They'll have it at their own 39-yard line is where they'll start. Darson Harmon in shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now a man in motion, handed off, flick it around, now into the hands of Dickman. Wide open on the right side, 40, 45, 50, cuts back, makes a man miss, and is taken down. The ball comes out. We'll see what they call. Looked like he was already down by the time the ball came out. But he's up to about the 42-yard line of Leander. And that'll be a borrow from Morrow first down, a little trickeration by the Eagles.
Nice job by Drayden Dickman. He is so stinking fast. Good play design with the Leander pursuing so well. It's great to have that play that goes against the grain, and now penalty against
That
Leander.
should be on Leander because there was contact on the jump.
It's hard to see through this little camera lens up here, but didn't Dickman lower his shoulder and he ran right into that defender?
Oh, yeah.
You know, which is I hadn't seen that all year. Maybe I haven't been paying close enough attention, but it's pretty cool to see him.
Offside. Defense. Number 55. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So the offside penalty on the Lions, and quickly back to the line are the Eagles. 1st and 5 at the 37 of Leander. Dickman in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Dominguez and Daring on the left side. Petter in the backfield, offset to the left of Harmon. Shotgun snap, fake the handoff. He's looking to go deep again, and he's got Marquise Dominguez, and just over defender and just over Dominguez's head. Number 6 for the Lions, Jalen Jammer. Had a chance there at the interception, but it goes incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 now for the Eagles.
Wally Darson changed up that play call, and it's neat to see those offensive linemen, Coach Bond's O-line, sounding off, calling out their assignments.
Sound like men, fire off like men, and finish like animals, as was taught in the first pad practice of the year when we were out there, Dave. Handoff, pull it out. Harmon keeps it right up the middle, 35, 30, 25, make a man miss, 20, 15, 10. Darson Harmon shook one man.
The moves.
Oh, my gosh. The quarterback that's 10 feet, 6'4", 220. And he brings us to the end of the third quarter, all the way down to the 10-yard line. A nice run there of 27 yards by senior quarterback Darson Harmon.
Wow.
And that'll take us to the end of period number 1. 13-3, the Eagles lead it over the Lions. Quick break. Be back with more Georgetown Eagle football on SHN. More music from the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band, man. You love it. I love to have the music of the band and showcase them as much as they do and for the school. And, man, as much as they're kicking butt at contests this year, But then, second to none, the Leander Lion hospitality here tonight.
Yeah.
They've been great to us. Our setup here and the drinks and stuff available. So we do appreciate everything the Leander Lion crew is doing.
Jack
for
Ward's
us.
excited about the Smoothie King Red Zone.
We are in the Smoothie King red zone thanks to the Borrow from Morrow first down. First and goal from the 10. Harmon keeps it. He'll go to the left side. Cuts back at the 10. Up to about the 5-yard line. He's taken down there, and that'll bring up second and goal. But now a late flag comes in.
There's that arm.
That's the same guy that threw that one earlier, and then it flew right in front of the face of the umpire, and he flinched. That was fantastic.
So second and goal at the 6-yard line, but a flag called here. We'll go to the field and see what we can find out.
On the defense.
We've got a request on YouTube for you to repeat the call like you did earlier.
It is it's after the play, there's an unsportsmanlike conduct on number 53 of the Lion defense, Daniel Cedillo, and he whistled for the penalty there, so that'll move it up to the 4-yard line, half the distance of the goal. So now just the second and goal for the Eagles.
I think they like your other rendition.
There's a lot of echoing from the field mic and the umpire's mic, and so we hate that. We want to get you guys the sounds of the game, but tough to do tonight. A lot of echoing going on. Petter offset to the left side of Harmon. Second and goal from the 4. Eagles have it. Now man in motion is Dickman. Handed off to Petter. Right up the gut. Not even touch. Touchdown. Georgetown Eagles. And now it makes it 19-3 with 11:40 left in the second quarter.
Nice blocking by the offensive line, just moving guys out. Petter was untouched, unseen. The defenders got pushed so far off the football they needed binoculars to see Andrew run that ball into the end zone.
Just a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, kids running everywhere. What are you gonna cover?
The Minutemen extra point attempt is up and good by Carson Salceda. Tucker Griffin with the hold, and now the Eagles lead it 20-3. Kelly scores around the area.
Yeah, Rouse and Eastview are playing. Rouse is up 17-0 at the end of the first quarter over Eastview. And the big game in the district tonight, Weiss versus Manor, with 9:51 left in the second quarter. Weiss is up 10-7 on Manor.
Close game.
Go with that score one more time.
10-7, Weiss is up on Manor.
In Manor.
Manor.
You know that's a good game going on there.
Yeah, last night Cedar Park beat Pflugerville 37-32, struggled a little bit with the Panthers. And then Hendrickson won 28-21 over Anderson.
I think Weiss and Manor is going to become a big rivalry because they're literally right down the road from each other. You know, they're almost neighbors.
Guys, I don't know what to say about this offense tonight. We're on the third drive of the night, and the Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club drive summary. This one went 6 plays. This offense kind of stuttering. And they went one extra play on this drive, but they went 61 yards in 1 minute and 20 seconds, and it's capped off by a 4-yard touchdown run by Andrew Petter, his second touchdown of the night.
Coach Pat asked him to run one extra play to give his guys a little time to catch their breath.
So true, so true. Still less than 5 minutes of total offensive possession time and 3 touchdowns, 20-3. The Eagles lead it. Ball fielded and fumbled, and he got laid out for fumbling that one. It'll be at the 28-yard line. The kickoff team did their job.
Ross,
you, sir, have been punished for dropping the football. Thou shalt not drop the football on the kick.
Caden Wheatley dropped it, bent over to pick it up, and as soon as he stood up, he got leveled. The Lions take over with 11:36 left in the first half. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wow, he got smoked. Absolutely smoked. And it's fantastic.
See who's at quarterback. I believe it's Perot back again at quarterback. 1 receiver right, 1 left. Tight end on the left side, man in motion. Shotgun snap back. It'll be a handoff in the backfield. No, Perot keeps it up the right side. He fooled us all, and he goes up for about a 4-yard, 5-yard gain.
Leander has not had a lot of success throwing the football this season, so they're down 20-3 right now and playing catch-up with a run, a heavy run offense is difficult. They have to score a touchdown on this drive or they're going to be in some deep trouble.
2nd and 4 from the 34. Ball's on the ground. See who fell on it. Looked like the running back for Leander got on it. But it'll be a loss there. The exchange didn't go well between Perot and the running back. I believe it's number 35. Stout. Can't tell what number that was on the running back. Stout had been in there most of the night. And maybe number 30 that's in there now. Daniel Hernandez, a senior running back. But it's a loss back to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 3 makes it 3rd and 7 for the Lions.
Here's where I'd like to see some pressure on a passing down.
3 receivers left, 1 right for the Lions. Movement looking like a blitz look. Pro looks over, and that's going to draw a timeout from head coach Nick Price. The first one of the half with 10:18 left here in the first half. 20-3, your Eagles lead it. Let's take a timeout and be back with more Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN Sports. More sounds of the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band, thanks to them and the band director just sending us audio clips to put in. We love to highlight them. 3rd down and 7 for the Lions from their own 31. Shotgun snap back. Perot rolls out to his left, being pressured. Throws on the run. He's going to have to get rid of it, and that brings up 4th down. Carson Guido, the tall 6'6" defensive lineman, was making Perot run for his life. Carson Guido, the senior defensive end, the one that made the exceptional interception against Hendrickson when he laid out to set the tone in that game.
Was that some pressure? Was that some extra pressure? A little delayed blitz?
That's a difficult pass, throwing on a run like that,
and then running for your life.
Running like running like somebody's trying to murder you is a hard way to throw a pass.
Running and throwing to your left is difficult. Running from Carson Guido and throwing from the left, even harder. The punt team on. 10-10 left here in the first half. The punt away, almost got it blocked there. It'll take a bounce, and it takes a Georgetown bounce as Dickman shied away from that. The Leander Lions kill it at the 48-yard line. So at 9:59 left in the first half, the Eagles get the ball back and lead by 17. The 4th possession of the half for the Eagles. Starts at their own 48, the best field position of the night.
Good stop by the defense. Get the ball back. Put some more points on the board. Almost 10 minutes left in the half. So plenty of time. And let's go. What's the over-under? 5.5?
4 plays and 52 yards.
No, I'm saying what's the over-under on how many plays?
4. 4 on this
4?
one.
All right.
Two receivers right, 1 left. In the backfield, Ross. Fake it. Wide open, Petter. Catches it at the 35, 30, 25, 20. Makes a man miss. Cuts it outside 15. Cuts it back 10. And he's up to the 5. Going and push it forward. Did he get in? Now he'll be whistled at the 1-yard line. What a play. Andrew Petter.
He's at the 1-inch line.
Good night, nurse. What a play there. The Eagles back up to the line. 9:40 left here in the first half. Quickly back to the line. First and goal on the borrow from Morrow. First down in the Smoothie King red zone. Shotgun snap back to Harmon. Handed off Devin Ross. And he just waltzes into the end zone for the touchdown. The under paid off on this series as 2 plays to go 52 yards. In 30 seconds, the Eagles put up another touchdown. 26-3. And what a display there. It was good to see Devin Ross get involved there on the touchdown.
Andrew Petter's the one that set that up, but Devin Ross was the one that was able to push that ball in for the touchdown. And that combination of Andrew and Devin is just crucial.
The Minutemen press extra point attempt up and good. Carson Sauceda knocks it through. 27-3 now The Eagles lead it. Dave,
Kelly,
you can't ask for much more.
Yeah, Kelly talked about that. If Leander did not score on their last drive, this is exactly what was going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, our offense. If you're a Georgetown Eagle fan, you've been paying attention to Georgetown for a number of years. Our offense just is generally always able to score, and this year we just have so many options.
Well, and over the years, Georgetown has been known for a big passing game, but the running game is what really sets the offense apart. And it's like Coach and I were talking about in the interview, it just looks like they're starting to gel and gel at the right time.
Right.
The Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club drive summary. This one's pretty simple, boys. 2 plays, 52 yards, took 30 seconds off the clock, and capped off on a 1-yard touchdown run by senior Devin Ross. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. Yeah, it's what you wanted to see out of this offense.
Yeah. And maybe in the playoffs, if you have a challenging game where you're maybe coming from behind, drives like this is going to help you come back from behind. Having that offense in your back pocket when your defense is still, working on all the things they need to work on to get really polished and clean, that's very helpful, and that could help us out later on in the season against a tough Weiss team for the last game of the season before we hopefully head off to the playoffs.
And the kick to the far side, fielded at the 25-yard line, up to the 30, finds a hole there, 40, 45, 50, midfield. Now he pushes forward, a kicker wraps him up and takes him down at the 35-yard line of Georgetown. And there he is again, number 14, Aiden Parker, the sophomore wide receiver, fielded that kickoff. And he took it from the 25 of Leander all the way up to the 35 of Georgetown. That sophomore there making a big play for the Lions as they start with their first possession in Georgetown territory.
We got to give Carson Saucedo a little credit for making the tackle on there. He's been kicking, but made him a little tackle.
9 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first half. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 35-yard line of Georgetown. They start this possession, their 5th of the ball game. And now a whistle on the near sideline. And it's going to be Coach Price taking his 2nd timeout of the first half. He'll have 1 remaining. Let's take a quick timeout with him. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN. 27-3, the Eagles lead it over Leander. We'll be right back here on SHN. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow. Our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS 464148. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. We're back here live with 9:01. Now it'll be 9 minutes and 10 seconds. They're correcting the clock when the timeout was taken. So we'll wait for them to update that. It'll be 1st and 10. And that's what the referee's trying to ask the play clock operator up here in the press box. And there we have it. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first half. 1st and 10. Leander starts their 5th possession after a beautiful kickoff return by Aiden Parker up at the 35-yard line of Georgetown. Now the defense goes to work with pressure against them. 1st and 10. Looks like the blitz coming at them. Please. Both quarterbacks on the field. Bergman's going to heave it over to Perot, and it's incomplete. It hits the ground, and a good job there of Trent McConnell to fall on it for an immediate recovery. But that pass whistled incomplete, that it was a forward pass. But a little trickery coming out of the Lions. I don't know if you guys saw. All of a sudden I saw Perot come in motion, and Berkman tried to get it to him. Now Berkman will come off the field, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
Linebacker came in. I think that was number 13. No, number 3 came in fast as a hiccup, and he had no time to throw a football.
Bryson Hanks putting the pressure on. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Perot in the quarterback slot. He backs up. He's looking to come to the near sideline. He does to Parker. Parker hit immediately as soon as he put his feet on the ground. Baylor Alexander and number 7, I believe that's Avila, make the tackle. But Baylor Alexander stops him there at the 31-yard line, a gain of 4. 3rd and 6 now for the Lions. 8:45 left in the half. Perot gets the signal, calls it out to his lineman, backs up, shotgun formation. Running back offset to the right to snap back. Perot looking, he's going to fire it down. A battle for the ball there. It's broken up. That's broken up by number 28.
They got to go for this.
For the Eagles, Joel Cadena. So it looked like, if I got the number right, it's hard to see that number. But that pass broken
29.
up. And that 29?
Yeah.
29. That's going to be Brandon Broad. And so now to bring up 4th and 7.
Yeah, they got to go for this.
4th and 6 for the Lions from the 31 of Georgetown. Perot scrambles to the right side, pressure, throws on the run. Cotton gets it, and he's hit and taken down. It'll be a turnover on downs. Defensive pressure pays off again, Kelly.
Nice job by the defense. Great kick return by Leander, but Georgetown was able to shut it down. Now they're just pinning their ears back, and they're coming at this Leander offense. Turnover on downs, and Leander burned less than 2 minutes on that drive. So,
you say pinning your ears back. What a great opportunity for this defense to continue their learning process, and that now they have a point thanks to have a good lead like this, thanks to that offense. They're able to, polish that up as, pin their ears back kind of stuff.
That only took 50 seconds. Let's see here. Less than a minute, 57 seconds off the clock. The Eagles get it back at their own 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Harmon, empty backfield. He backs up, looking to pass, and he's got Dickman wide open. Now it's underthrown a little bit, and there's the pass interference.
Nope.
In my mind, but not on the field as they don't throw the flag. He had to slow down, the ball underthrown a little bit, and Dickman got run over there, but I guess that's inadvertent contact. So it's incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles.
Yeah, technically it's probably pass interference, but that's probably a pretty decent no call on that because, Dickman's trying to come back for the football. If that corner turns his head around, it's absolutely not pass interference, but not surprised they kept it in their pocket.
Handed off to Devin Ross, breaks a tackle up past the 30, drives to about the 33-yard line, and that's where the whistle gets blown. It'll be a gain of 5 on 2nd down. Bring up 3rd and 5 now for the Eagles. The clock runs past the 8-minute mark remaining in the first half.
This Leander defense is going to get tired. They don't have a lot of depth on this Leander team, and I don't say that in an insulting way. I'm just saying they don't have a lot of guys to bring in and spell some of these guys who are getting leaned on by this offensive line.
3rd and 5 for the Eagles from their own 33. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Ross offset to the left of Harmon in the backfield. Shotgun snap back to Harmon. He drops back to pass. He'll hit Devin Ross out of the backfield, and he gets up past the first down marker. Up to about, they're going to whistle him out right at the first down marker. That'll be a borrow from Morrow first down up to the 38-yard line. Nice little play there. They cover the receivers, and all of a sudden Ross pops out of the backfield wide open.
Well, I'm watching the receivers on this side of the field, and Leander's just having a hard time covering any of these guys, and there's always somebody open, it looks like, and that's just got to look like a feast for Darson.
Empty backfield, 4 receivers right. Herman, quick pass out to the left. It's going to be to Devin Ross. Makes a man miss up to the 50, and he keeps pushing forward up to the 48-yard line in Leander territory.
That's
another. Is that Marquise?
Mm-hmm.
Marquise Dominguez. It's his 3rd or 4th catch of the night, and it's enough for a borrow from Morrow first down into Leander territory. 7:15 on the clock, and it's running 1st and 10. 4 receivers right again. 1 left. That's Dominguez, the lone receiver left, and they're going to fire it up to him, man-to-man coverage. And a little bump there, but no go, and it's incomplete.
I think the coaches might be seeing something. They're trying to draw that pass interference, Kelly.
And they're going a lot of – you see that 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and they get that man-to-man coverage because all the other defensive backs having to come to the near sideline. And just a little bumping down the line there, but maybe with this kind of lead, you don't get that call.
What are they setting up? I was fixing to say it. They're setting something up, Kelly.
They're setting something up with those 4 receivers all on one side. They've gone opposite that twice now. There you go. Nice run.
A run there. It looks like Devin Ross up the gut. And that'll be another 10 yards. A borrow from Morrow first down up to the 38-yard line of Leander.
That number 53.
Cedillo.
Yeah, that kid is fighting hard in there, and he's getting nicked up and dinged up. And
now 3 running backs in the backfield. 1 receiver right, 1 left. Herman in shotgun takes it off, hands it to the Moose. He jumps over the pile, still breaks the tackle, and keep moving up to the 30-yard line. That was an early whistle. He's still moving, and they blow him dead at the 30.
He came off one of those little jogging trampolines.
I hope the Bearded Wonder got some good pictures of that.
That was awesome.
Looks like to be a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 now. 2 receivers, 1 left, 1 right. And the 3 running back attack in the backfield. Moose to the right, Ross to the left of Herman, and Petter offset in pistol behind Herman. Shotgun snap, fake it. Double move, and now he's going to Dickman. Caught at the 3-yard line into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgetown. And now a penalty flag after the play. I have a feeling it may be on Moose for some taunting, but that's going to stand. No microphone from the ref, but it was a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. You can't bring that back. That was after the play.
He's saying it was before.
Coach Griffin's over there. He's out at the coming out. Wait. That's a touchdown. You can't call an unsportsmanlike conduct in the middle of that play on something like that, on a taunting. Now he'll go to the microphone. We'll try to get it here. Coach Griffin not happy. That should have been a touchdown.
During the play, we have unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 8 on the offense.
Darson?
From the previous spot. Will still be 2nd down.
We'll go to our instant replay.
And now Coach Griffin's going to call a timeout, and he doesn't want to be in the huddle. He wants to talk to a referee. That'll be Georgetown's first timeout. And Coach calls for the referee to come over, and Coach Griffin will have a conversation. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back once they get it straightened out with more Eagle football here on SHN Sports. Now we're back after Coach Griffin gave the referee an earful. Not sure what all went on. It'll be interesting to hear this week when we talk to Coach Griffin. So instead of a touchdown and a long extra point attempt or a long kickoff, it's going to be 2nd and 15. No, that's about 2nd and 20 from the 47-yard line. Herman back.
He's going again.
He's going to do the same play. Dickman down the near sideline. The ball into Dickman's hand at the 11. He gets pushed, and he's into the end zone. No flags on the field, and it's a touchdown. Georgetown. Coach went right back to the same play, and this time it ends up being an even longer touchdown, a 47-yard touchdown pass from Darson Herman to Drayden Dickman.
If you didn't have – sorry.
No, go ahead.
If you didn't have the good coverage out there, the coaches saw that, and they said, well, they can't stop it. Do it again.
Well, Leander's got to get help on Dickman. They got to double team him, but I saw Drayden when he lined up. He looked in at the ball and never took his head back, and I was thinking they're going again.
The Minutemen press extra point attempt. Carson Sauceda, the snap back. Tucker Griffin holds. The kick is up, and it is good, and the Eagles lead it 34-3, a 31-point lead with 5:43 left here in the first half. I think Coach Griffin proved a point. Now he's talking to the referee again. And I don't believe that was correct on the call, though. I don't think that was a call on Herman. I thought it was on Moose because he was standing there next to the player when that flag came out after the touchdown. But they called something there on the unsportsmanlike conduct, and so.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to find out what that was. When you we showed the numbers for Darson prior to the start of the game, and these are going to go up significantly after the stats from this week are added. But Darson's just having a phenomenal season. That's his now? How many touchdown passes in this game?
2 already.
2, so that's 14 on the season. Passing touchdowns with only 3 interceptions, and 2 of those 3 before district play even started. So Darson's having a phenomenal year.
I'll finish up getting some of these stats for the drive summary here in just a minute. But the Eagles get ready to kick it off with 5:43 left here in the first half. 5 possessions and 5 touchdowns for this Georgetown offense. Has them up by 31, 34-3. The 3-headed kicking monster for the Eagles. Sauceda lines up, but it's going to be kicked by someone else to the far sideline. Fielded at the 25. A man gets blown up there by Bradshaw. Gets outside to about the 33-yard line. A.J. Bradshaw busted up that block. And the Lion returner goes out of bounds at their own 33, and that's where the Leander Lion offense takes over for their 6th possession of the first half. 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line.
Well, we talked about it early in the game. Field goals weren't going to cut it, and Leander hadn't even been able to get another field goal put on the board yet. So they got to come up with something quick, and I would suggest that something be double-team Drayden Dickman, and don't let him beat you.
Perot in the backfield. He'll keep it. Has a blocker. Follows him over to the right side, but he's hit quickly and taken down. Maybe a gain of 1 on first down. That'll bring up 2nd down for the Lions. See where they spot him there. Good job of the defensive line and the linebackers. You see A.J. Bradshaw get up there. It's going to be back to the line of scrimmage. No gain now. 2nd and 10.
I'm looking forward to hearing the halftime score reports from around the area, seeing how that Weiss-Maynard game is going.
Now watch here, Perot out. He's kind of been over there on the near sideline, guys. Looks like he might have got hurt there when he got tackled. Talking to the training staff. So Berkman, number 7, back in at quarterback for the Lions. 2nd and 10 from their own 33. 4:50 left in the first half. Berkman will hand it off right up the middle, up to the 35-yard line. Hit there. And he falls forward up to about the 38-yard line. So it'll be a gain of about 5 yards on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Lions.
I thought he was going to get stopped for no gain, but he did a good job of fighting and keeping those legs driving and moving forward and getting a good gain. And now it's 3rd and medium instead of 3rd and long, so an opportunity for Leander to keep this drive going.
3rd and 5 from their own 38-yard line. 4:20 left here in the first half. Berkman at quarterback. Takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff. He's going to pass across the middle. The ball goes up, and the ball comes out. What a play there by Brandon Broad, number 29. He breaks up another pass.
We haven't called his name much this season, but he is having a pretty good game tonight.
That's 2 big breakups.
2 big breakups there. Hey, folks, if you're listening in on YouTube, let us know where you're listening from. We've had a couple of people type in where they're listening from, but if you haven't yet, let us know where you're listening from.
We can guarantee you we've got one listening all the way from Florida. Miss Peggy Griffin, mother of Coach Chuck Griffin, grandmother of Tucker Griffin. We appreciate her and the Griffin family. We know Miss Peggy Griffin listens in and watches the game there at her home in Florida. Now a penalty flag at the 4:05 mark. Delay of game called. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Make it 4th and 10 now. From the 33-yard line, Leander's punt team in. So that backs them up a little bit more.
At halftime, Weiss is up on Maynard 17-7.
Still, they're letting them hang around. You know, that's within reason.
Now the snap back. Rodriguez to punt it away. He runs up about 8 yards. No one put pressure on him. He got a punt away, and what a beauty. Dickman fills it at the 22-yard line, 23-yard line of Georgetown. You guys see that? Ivan Rodriguez took a snap. There was no pressure applied. He kept walking forward, which was very smart. He got another 8 yards on it and then booted a beauty.
He could have tucked it and gotten the first down.
He got about 8 of the 10 yards before he punted it. And now Georgetown will take over for their 6th possession of the ball game at the 3:51 mark. Left here in the second quarter at their own 23-yard line. This will be their worst starting field position of the night.
Shelly Kubicki listening in from Georgetown. James Smith listening in from San Antone.
Empty backfield. Harmon back to pass. Dickman wide open on a slant. He catches at the 40, 45, 50, and he is gone. Take it to the house, big boy. Drayton Dickman, touchdown. Georgetown Eagles, and as he ran through the touchdown line, I don't know if you saw it, Kelly, he broke the tape in the 100-yard dash. No. He said, "Woof, I'm through." And that was a one-play drive. What a play.
I was busy bent over laughing.
You know who else used to do that? You know who that same play?
Caden Leggett.
Caden Leggett.
Yep.
Put a number 13 on that young man, because Caden, with those slants, he'd have one big touchdown in every game.
Well, this junior receiver we've talked about all season long runs a 4.46 40, and they backed off of him that time. Tried to keep getting beat deep, so they throw the quick pass to him.
Minutemen press extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Carson Sauceda knocks it through. 41-3, the Eagles by 38. 6 possessions, 6 touchdowns, boys, and you can't be more efficient than that. That Georgetown Booster Club, the Eagle Football Booster Club drive summary. 1 play, 77 yards in 12 seconds. And it's all capped off on that big pass and run, catch and run.
So
77 yards, the 3rd touchdown pass now for Harmon tonight.
That's what I was talking about a little bit earlier. You have to get some help, because on that play, the corner backs off to keep from getting beat deep. So Dickman runs that post pattern right into the middle of the field. He's wide open and then beats him to the end zone with his speed. That's why you got to have some help over the top with a speedy receiver like that, which means you're going to leave some other weapons open, but you can't let number 6 beat you, and number 6 just beat you.
And one thing you talk about, though, Kelly, this is setting up something here, and this is setting up something here.
Yep.
You kept going to Dickman down the sideline, and that time he went about 15 yards and ran a post, a deep slant, and Darson Harmon hit him on the run, and you're not catching Dickman once he hits open ground with the ball.
Well, and you watch. They're going to move a safety over to help out with Dickman, which is going to free up somebody on the other side of the field.
That's when Marquez Dominguez.
And Marquez Dominguez is over there. Petter.
Now the kick, far side, fielded at the 25-yard line by the Lions. Brings it back 30, 35, cuts back to the right side, 40, up to about the 44-yard line. And they're going to spot him at the 45-yard line. So with 3:31 left in the first half, the Lions will take over for their 7th possession of the half. And they'll have a 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Hey, our buddy Nathan Heights listening in on his way to Huntsville for the Sam Houston broadcast tomorrow. Safe travels, Nathan. And we've got Landon Broad on vacation in Germany listening in.
Good to have folks listening in. Howdy and hello to Nathan. Haven't seen him in a while. I know he does a lot with K-Sam and Rob out in Huntsville.
Yep.
And what a weapon to have for Rob, as much as he has going on between Huntsville and Sam Houston. The pass from Berkman out to the right side, fielded, gets about a yard forward to the 46-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Lions. Quick coverage there on the outside by the defenders.
That's where they've had success. They're going to go back to that quick outs like that, because Georgetown's been burned a little bit a couple times.
Well, and that quick success results in 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards, and not the big chunks. Mm-hmm. Like they had that one big chunk play on their first possession. You take that one off the board, and they're 30 yards total offense, maybe.
A.J. Bradshaw looks the blitz now. A pass right side, but it's overthrown. He came down hard. The receiver there, Berkman, overthrew him. He'll take his time to get back up. As the receiver went up high, unable to bring it down. Incompletion brings up 3rd and 9 now from the 46-yard line.
Landed on those shoulder blades, and, man, that just rattles those bowlers.
3rd and 9 for the Lions. 2:46 left here in the first half. 41-3, the Eagles lead it. Berkman takes his time getting the play call from the near sideline. Calls it out to the line, backs up. 3 receivers left, 1 right for the Lions. Offset running back to the left side of Berkman. Fake the handoff. He'll back up. He looks to pass on the in slant, and it's made. McConnell will ride down the receiver, but not before a first down by the Lions. Number 2, Aiden Salazar with the catch. And now the Lions hurry back to the line.
You know, tip of the cap to these Lions. They're down 38 points. These kids haven't quit. They're still in this fight and trying to execute this offense, and they're determined to go put this ball in the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 37 of Georgetown. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Berkman back, pump fake. He's going to go, hit a receiver right at the first down marker. Tries to spin out of a tackle, and he's finally ridden down after an 11-yard gain. And another first down for the Lions. A nice little pump fake there by Berkman. And the receiver open for the pass. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of Georgetown. A nice little 11-yard gain there.
A really good effort after the catch, too.
Landon Broad is listening and watching his little brother, Brandon.
I tell you what, we've called him a couple of times. A couple of big pass breakups for Brandon tonight.
Yeah.
And Broad playing a good game for the Eagle defense. 3 receivers left, 1 right for the Lions. Shotgun snap back, but now there's a pre-snap penalty on the far sideline.
Coaches like those. They really do.
If it's not their team. They were interviewing Huntsville last night, the coach at halftime, and he said, a couple of these horrible pre-snaps.
On the offense, number 16 and number 8, 5-yard penalty.
So it's a false start on the Lions. That'll back them up. It'll be 1st and 15 now from the 31 of Georgetown. But even that coach from Huntsville last night in that halftime interview was just like, it's fine. You make a couple penalties, but they're just ridiculous. And so the frustration there, the Lions moving forward, a couple of good pass plays, and then a false start just pushes the offense back a little and just kind of slows things down for them. Here with 1:23 left in the first half. Shotgun snap back to Berkman. He rolls out right, throws on the run. Pass caught at the 20-yard line, and it steps out of bounds there. They'll mark him at the 19. So a nice little gain. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Lions from the 19 of Georgetown.
Leander trying to move that quarterback away from that pressure that's coming right at him, and it gives him a little bit of time to make that completion. Good throw.
Back to the line. Now Berkman. Fake snap. Now he'll look to the sideline, get the call. They'll burn the clock. We're inside. We're at 1:12. They stopped it on the out of bounds. So the Lions have it. 2nd and 3 from the 19-yard line of Georgetown. Berkman, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Now the running back moves to the left side. Back in shotgun. The snap back to Berkman. Pump fakes. He'll go, and he'll hit number 2. McConnell with the tackle there. Hits him as soon as he catches the ball. That'll be a 1st and goal for the Lions. Inside the 10-yard line, make it to the 8.
Kelly, I believe the air conditioning just came on.
Yeah, good. Berkman, the junior quarterback, he's doing a great job of standing in there even with some pressure in his face and making accurate throws now. So seems like he's in a groove.
Nice pass there to Salazar. His 2nd big catch for 1st downs here on this drive for the Lions. 53 seconds, the clock still running. Now Berkman hurries to the line with 10 seconds on the play clock. He'll get the snap with 4. He looks to go to the corner, the jump ball to the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete.
You know this defense wants to get this stop here and keep those points off the board. Jacob Faltasek listening from North Carolina. Amy and Mark Boris watching from Georgetown.
Now Perot comes back in. So Berkman, we're talking about Berkman doing a good job of standing in there. And now a 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. Berkman's moved them all the way down there from their own 45-yard line, and now Perot comes in to take over.
Going to run the ball. I'm attacking number 1 if I'm the defense right now.
Got to look for Hanks and Bradshaw to be making a push and trying to track down Perot. He calls it out. 37 seconds left. It's going to be a delay of game. There's no way to get the snap off, and there comes the flag right there. Looked at the down clock, and the back official ready for it. He kind of just flicks the flag, and it brings up a delay of game.
There's the issue with switching out quarterbacks. Yeah. Plus, you don't have the consistency of hearing that same signal caller on every down.
So it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line of Georgetown. Penalties really hurting the Lions here tonight. That's multiple flags so far. And just little flags that really unnecessary like that, Dave. And you're right. You got to come in with a play ready to go when you switch quarterbacks Now you have a second and goal from the 13-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Perot in the backfield. He'll take a shotgun snap. Quick pass out. He's going to try to go up to the corner of the end zone. And the pass comes down. He's out of bounds. And 2 officials right there waving with each other. It was a great catch by the receiver, but unable to bring it down in bounds. And so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 13.
Tried to tap those toes, and I thought he may have gotten him in there, but both the referees over there saying he did not. They took turns making the call.
3rd and goal with 31 seconds left here. I thought it was 31 seconds when we started that play, but nonetheless, there's still 31 seconds left here in the first half. Perot will give out the play call. Backs up in a shotgun formation. Running back offset to his left. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Perot backs up. He's pressured. Now he scrambles at the 15-yard line. Scrambles up past the line of scrimmage. He's driven down. Someone get a number? What a hit. I think it may be either Hanks or Bradshaw. And Perot paid the price. A.J. Bradshaw, also known as the Punisher. And now 4th and goal. 8 seconds left, and they're letting the time click down. And now Coach Price will take a timeout with 3 seconds left. Now on 4th and goal from the 7-yard line. So Perot got a gain of about 6 there.
Coach Pat's going to be bringing out some raw meat to this huddle on the field with some nails and about 37 Monster Energy drinks and say, let's keep this out of the end zone.
Oh, I tell you what, and what an opportunity. Coach Price calls his last time out of the half for the Lions. And so now the Lions have nothing to lose here. It's 4th and goal from the 7-yard line.
They're kicking a field goal.
Did they bring? Oh, yeah, there's Berkman and Perot both coming off, yeah.
Unless it's a fake, but.
And you have to watch for that. At this point, why not? Yeah. You can't blame Coach Price if he does try to pull some kind of play out of the hat here. Down by 38 here in the first half. 41-3, the Eagles lead it. Ivan Rodriguez on to kick the field goal. It's going to be spotted at the 14-yard line. A 24-yard field goal attempt from the far hash. Snap is back. The kick is up by Rodriguez.
Free play.
It is blown dead. I believe it would have been good, but it was offsides on the defense.
If you're Coach Price, do you take the points off the board, or do you go 4th and goal at the 3.5-yard line and try to punch it in the end zone?
It's 1 untimed down. And he's even looking. He's like, I didn't get a signal. Was the field goal good or not? I'm going to tell you if I want the points or not. If the field goal is no good, obviously you kick again from.
On the defense, number 39. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Well, it can't be a 5-yard penalty. It would have to be half the distance of the goal.
What'd you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. They blew it dead on the offside, which makes no sense. They didn't make contact with anybody, but.
So now 4th and goal from the 4-yard line.
Yeah, now they're asking. It was good.
Well, and that's what I was talking about. The 2 back officials at the goalpost. No one made a signal.
Dead ball. That doesn't make any sense. They didn't make contact, jump back, and you stop the play.
We're good. You heard him, and we're going to do it again. Quit arguing with the referee.
That's because Coach Price is giving him an earful, and he should be.
So we're
Kick
good.
was good. If he misses this field goal here,
Coach Price will not be happy. It'll be spotted at the 11, a 21-yard field goal attempt for Leander. The snap back. The hold is down. It was almost blocked. And the field goal is good as the time runs out. And we end the first half 41-6. The Eagles lead it by 35. And they'll take off to the locker room with a big lead. We'll take a timeout, come back and do some visiting. A lot of good stats to go over. A good half showing here for your Georgetown Eagles. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle football here on SH. we are going to bring you the Georgetown band and the Georgettes here at halftime. They will perform first here on the road. We'll come back and do some visiting about the stats and summarize the first half while the Leander band performs their halftime show. So sit back and enjoy your Georgetown Eagle Marching Band and the Georgettes here on SHN.
Pleasure that I introduce to you the award-winning sweethearts of Georgetown, the Georgettes. Georgette socials are Jordan Patterson, Aspen Schiefelbein, Julia Vickers, and Marissa Zavala. Officer's Choice of the Week is Jocelyn Tyler, and the Georgette of the Week is Addison Rodriguez. Georgette officers are Lieutenant Annabelle Barr, Lieutenant Stephanie Bergonski, Lieutenant Hannah Dorr, and your 21-22 Georgette captain, Miss Anna Kate Seaback. And now watch the Georgettes as they perform a skirt routine to this all-time classic by Marvin Gaye, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. The Georgettes, under the direction of Miss Nikki Crosser. The band is led on the field by drum majors Austin Novosel, Ben Crowley, and Sidney Harper. Your 21-22 color guard captain is Peggy Lowe. Lieutenant Laura Kettle. Sergeant is Brandon Bryce. Social officers are Amelia Watson and Nina Kamen. Officer's Choice of the Week is Maddie Lynn. Color guard member of the week is Laura Kettlewell. Brass member of the week is Denver Seals. The woodwind member of the week is Izzy Vesky. Battery member of the week is Nick Gonzalez, and front ensemble member is Caleb Plankton. The Eagle Band family of the week is High Brass. Our Eagle Band parent of the week is Mrs. Kelly Roser. Now, please enjoy The Pride of Georgetown, featuring soloists Lauren Houston, Emma Haas, Timmy Curtin, Nate Food, Ben Crowley, Austin Novosad, Ethan Aker, and Ian McAllister, as they present their 2021 competition show, What's Current?
Georgetown Eagle Marching Band performing live here at Leander High School. 12 minutes, 45 seconds left at halftime. 41-6. The Eagles lead it over the Leander Lions by 35. Kelly, not a lot can be said. The offense has done their job. They've touched the ball 6 possessions, and they've put up 6 touchdowns. The defense has done a great job. The first possession of the game by the Leander Lions, they drove down a big play on a broken tackle, got all the way down. The defense doesn't break. They allow a field goal. And then on the last possession of the half, they allow a 21-yard field goal. So the defense playing good. The offense playing good. This is what I think we were talking about and needed to see from this defense.
Yep.
They've had some tough losses on plays that just were backbreakers that they, you could hang your head about. But this defense has not given up.
Right.
And they've continued to get better. Leo Diaz playing great. Brandon Broad playing great. Baylor Alexander we've been calling his name more and more lately.
A.J. Bradshaw.
Bryson Hanks, Trent McConnell.
Yeah.
And so just an impressive performance of the first half here by these Eagles.
Yeah, and the defensive has been impressive, but I did want to talk about the big boys up front on offense.
Absolutely.
Ian Sanders, Nick Fisher, these guys up front have given Darson time. They've opened holes up. Broad and Elliott, they've done a great job of keeping the attacking part of the defensive line at bay. And really, Georgetown has been able to do whatever they want on offense. And the only times that they have really been stopped is whenever they've stopped themselves.
I think it all goes back to our coaching staff. Give hats off to our coaching staff because, at the beginning of the season, there's so many questions about this team and where they're at. And now you're over halfway through the season, and, our offensive line is all put together like they always do. They always seem to do that, Kelly. A few games in, it looks a little, well, how's this going to look? And they move the parts around, and next thing you know, everything's just working. And it's neat to see the maturity of this team, and I think it's at the right time. They learned lots of valuable lessons early in the season and got that out of the way, and now this bodes well moving towards the potential postseason and also for next year.
And that's one thing I talked about on the Coaches Show on Wednesday night with Coach Griffin, and then talking to a couple of the underclassmen. I had a great visit with Briggs McGee. I want to make sure we highlight Briggs McGee, the long snapper and lineman. He committed to Arkansas, the Razorbacks, so he's going to SEC. Division I football, and it was great talking to Briggs and just how impressive, very smart young man. I'm sitting here looking at the honor roll stuff that the coaches tweeted out today, and super impressive how many players in this football program are on the All-A honor roll, the All-A and B honor roll for the first 9 weeks, and it's just impressive. But a kid like Briggs McGee that just has his head on his shoulders the right way, and a good student, one, but two, the capabilities and the work that he's put in to be a long snapper at the D1 level.
Yep.
And so that's impressive. But then I got to talk to Drayden Dickman, a junior, and then to Leo Diaz, the freshman defensive back that was pulled up during week 3 and was told, and I love this when I asked Leo, I said, what's it been like? And he said the first week was exciting. He said you get called up and told, hey, you're going to be dressing with varsity and suiting up. And so he's like, okay, I'm going to be able to varsity this week. And in the second quarter, it's, hey, start stretching out, you're going in. and Leo has made the most of that.
Yeah,
and that young man, as a sophomore, has stepped up and made some good plays. Had a great game last week against Anderson. But something I talked to both Drayden and Leo about during the coaches show was you guys are getting invaluable experience to be leaders of this team next year when this senior class moves on. And that's what they're going to have.
Right.
Because every year you reload, but you have a lot of seniors that may not have gotten playing time.
Well, and that's one of the things that I talked to Coach about after the Hendrickson game. It was, the fourth quarter was all second team, third team guys that got to play. I would suspect we get the ball to start the second half. We're up 41-6. I would suspect if we go down, score a touchdown on our first possession, we're probably going to start seeing some guys with clean uniforms coming out and getting some playing time. And for certain by the fourth quarter, as long as this momentum keeps going, by the fourth quarter we'll probably see Tucker Griffin in there running the offense and at a point where he can run the offense. Instead of just handing the ball off to run the clock out, he can come in and run some of the offense.
And, again, that bodes well towards later in the season if there's any injuries or postseason and next year. My goodness, this is working very well. Hats off again. Just goes back. I keep saying it. Coaching staff, really, really outstanding coaches here at Georgetown.
There's a VW van on the field.
The Leander band getting ready to perform, and you'll hear a little bit of their sound in the background once the field mic goes back up when they're ready to go. But doing their show, quite a display here on the field. 7 minutes remaining in the halftime, but guys, you look at the offensive stats. Tonight, we thought it was crazy last week, Dave, when they had 6 possessions all game, and then 7 if you call the Drayden Dickman 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. But in the first half, the Eagles have the ball 6 possessions and 6 touchdowns. 1 for 75 yards, 1 for 76 yards, 61-yard drive, a 52-yard drive, a 72-yard drive, and a 77-yard drive. That one, the one play from Harmon to Dickman, you just love to see the offense continuing to produce in situations where this team must go 1-0 every single week.
Absolutely. We've talked about it quite a bit. This is now, with the few losses that we have, we've got to win out.
Kelly, I see you got the video. Show that video of Drayden Dickman's kickoff return for a touchdown.
Well, I was about to say, we're going to get the second half kickoff, and this is what happened last week on the second half kickoff. Dickman takes it, and why anybody would kick to him, I have no idea, but Drayden's grandmother shot this video and allowed us to use it. Why on earth would you kick the ball to that kid?
And the rest of the game after that, we talked about it in the second half, Dave, the other night. They didn't kick anywhere close to Drayden,
no.
And they haven't tonight. They haven't given him a chance.
I reminisce back to years and years ago. We were down at Hayes playing Hayes Consolidated.
Coming.
And, you could always hear Kelly in the stands, and they had
I know you find
tell
that
the
hard
story.
to believe.
Tell the story. I think
So Dave gets a kick out of the story. Caden Leggett was star of the team at the time. Great wide receiver, great on defense, great on special teams. And Hayes, first time they had the ball, they faked the punt and were unsuccessful. And natural lull in the atmosphere after the play. And I gently screamed, "You should have kicked the ball." And it echoed. And even Hayes people chuckled a little bit. Next time Hayes had the ball, they faked the punt, got stopped. Natural lull. I screamed, "You should have kicked the ball." Second half, they have a possession, 4th down. They punt the ball. Caden returned it for a touchdown. Natural lull. I screamed, "You should not have kicked the ball." The Georgetown side lost it. So it's very similar with Drayden. Man, I don't care what happens. I'm not letting him beat me, especially on special teams.
And last week, that Drayden did. He didn't have a.
I want to see this again, so I'm gonna show you folks this kickoff again because it's awesome.
The junior wide receiver doesn't catch a pass for a touchdown last week, but he had a kickoff return for a touchdown, and he had a rushing touchdown on the end around.
Tell the story about what he said about hearing the guy.
Oh, yeah. So in this kickoff, when I was interviewing Drayden Dickman, I asked him, I said, first off, what would have happened had the kicker gotten you and taken you down? And he said, I made one good move. And he said, I think speed played a part of it because he got an arm on him, but he said he wasn't going to get that tackle. He said, but what made me nervous is I heard number 44. And he said, I kept thinking, I can't let this guy get me. And 44 was closing in on him, but Drayden pulled away from him. But Drayden said He said, I remember clear as day. I heard him coming. And he said, I'm sitting there thinking, I can't let this guy catch me. And he didn't. And Drayton just took it to the house. But, we left the game last week, Dave, and went to a local establishment and happened to run into Drayton's dad. And that's the first thing I asked him. I said, how bad would it have been in that household had Drayton got taken down by the kicker? He said he would have never heard the end of it.
Right.
But it was just such a fun atmosphere to be a part of. This team has done their job, what they've had to do to turn around from 2 tough losses by 4 points each to 2 of the top teams in the district, Manor and Cedar Park, and they've put up a lot of points. This offense has not sputtered. I don't think the punter I'm kind of nervous if you get in a tight game. Is our punter going to really know what to do to punt the ball because he hasn't had to punt? This team offense has just controlled the ball and done a good job of it.
And one of the things, like I talked with Coach Griffin about, and he didn't want to say it, so I said it. It's coming together. The pieces are coming together at the right time. And Georgetown, just take care of your business.
The experience is coming together with that, Kelly. These players are finally starting to trust each other. Yep. Trust the process, trust the play call, trust the coaches, and trust themselves that they're doing the right jobs.
Right.
And the other players are there. On a broken tackle, the guy still got run down. Cotton still got run down, and they hold for a field goal. And so you see the players finally, and Leo was talking about that as a sophomore, is you're supported by the upperclassmen, but you're challenged to be the best you can be because everyone's starting to just get in that groove.
Right.
And this offense is doing one thing, Dave. What are they doing? They're moving the ball down the field. And that's the one thing you can't put past this offense and Darcy and Harmon because that's the whole point, right? You just want to move the ball down the field.
Well, how many negative plays has the Georgetown offense had?
I don't think any tonight.
I don't think – and you expect to call Devin Dross' name a lot. We haven't called his name that much. He hasn't had a great deal of success running the football. But it's spread out.
He's fresh.
It's spread out.
All of them are fresh legs.
Yeah.
They can go anytime. You put any one of them in, and it's going to be an explosive play because they're eager to get in there, and their legs are ready to rock and roll. They're not tired.
I'm going.
The first possession of the game, Petter broke that 37-yard touchdown run and hardly got touched.
Yep.
He hit one hole, cut back, and was gone. Then he got the 4-yard touchdown run and wasn't even touched. These running backs, and when you have a stable of running backs like we do, Devin Ross, Andrew Petter, and the Moose, you especially now that he's healthy. We talked to Coach about that. It's just scary.
We love it when all three of them are in the backfield. That's fine.
I'm going back to what we started the conversation with, those guys up front.
Yeah.
The offensive line has done
Broden Elliott, Jeremiah Phillips.
a brilliant job.
Wonderful job.
Well coached.
Yeah, I mean, they and think about it. Even all of district play, even the 2 losses, you cannot point to the offensive line and say that's the reason. Those guys have been doing a phenomenal job since the second game of the season. And tip of the cap again. They've done a great job, and it's fun to watch this offense play, and it's fun to watch the defense play too.
And this defense, the rest that they're getting is nothing. So you love to see, one, the ability and the fresh legs, even though they're on the field a lot. When you look at this, I'm going to go over just the time of possession that the offense had the ball, and they scored on their 6 touchdown drives. 1:42, 1:39, 1:20, 30 seconds, 2 minutes and 40 seconds, 9 plays. That was the longest. And then 12 seconds on 1 play. So the defense is doing their job and getting the ball back to the offense, and then they don't even get to catch their breath and taste the Gatorade, and they're back on the field because the offense is being so productive.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Coach Pat's over there going, look, would somebody fall down, please? Let my guys have a little break here. Somebody lay on the ground. Act like you're cramping. Do something. Let these guys breathe. But, again, the defense, even though they're coming right back on the field, short number of plays on an offensive drive, they come back out, and they're still pursuing the ball well. They had that one missed tackle, and Leander had one pretty decent drive going, and it got stalled by that false start penalty down here that took the ball back from the 3-yard line to the 8. Drive stalls there, so they've done a good job.
in district, the Georgetown Eagles are averaging 44.5 points a game, 40.7 points a game for the whole season. They're allowing 28 points a game, 29 points a game overall this season. Their scoring differential in district play, 16.5 points, where Leander is giving up 29.2 points a game, scoring differential in their 4 losses. And so this offense has taken advantage of that. This is surprising to me. One thing we didn't even talk about was how, like you were saying, Kelly, they don't have a lot of depth. How small of a roster that Leander really has.
Right.
For such a big school here in Leander.
Yeah, it's Leander is rebuilding something because you know, back 10, 12 years ago, Leander had a reputation for being a really good football program. It has fallen off a little bit, but they're building it back. I think Coach Price has them on the right track. If you look at how young they are.
Yeah.
I mean, as I'm going through the starting lineups at the beginning of the game, I'm seeing junior, sophomore, junior, sophomore, senior, junior. They're young. I think Coach Price has them going in the right direction because they've played some close games. They're just overmatched tonight.
And that backup quarterback, Berkman, is a junior.
You know, when you open up 5 other high schools, that's where Leander, you know, they
Someone
opened up
pays a price.
Open up Cedar Park. Cedar Park's good. Vista Ridge was really good. Rouse was really good. We played them before we went to state in 2012. They almost made it to state, didn't they, Kelly?
Yeah.
And then, you know, you've seen these other teams. Vandergrift is really good. Glenn's doing well, I'm sure.
And Glenn's actually on a good run now in district play. So they've turned around their season. Let's take a moment here real quick before we go to scores.
Quick update real quick.
Before we go to scores, let's thank our sponsors before play starts.
No.
And then we'll go to these. So we're going to mute Kelly, and we're going to go to our sponsors. Go ahead, Dave.
TXB is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We are famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXB is open 24/7, and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun, friendly team is always serving up a big Texas welcome at 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas.
And I tell you what, Kelly, we talked about this last week when we got the text message from John, one of the manager there. Now Fuel Man and Voyager accepted, which are fleet fuel programs. I love it because every morning I fuel up my unit with my Voyager card. Grab myself some unsweet peach tea and a banana or some breakfast there. The tacos are good, biscuits and gravy. But they are the most hospitable place. TXB has been great to us, and this getting involved in the community, the Georgetown Eagle football program, sponsoring the coaches show. You can't shout out enough for them.
Yeah.
They have done great stuff.
Folks, please go by 1402 Williams Drive. Give them your business and let them know you heard about it on SHN Sports, the coaches show, or the broadcast, and thank them for helping to make the coaches show possible, to make these broadcasts possible, because without our sponsors, we could not do this.
Did you all know? And I'm going to tell you, no, you didn't, because you weren't at the coaches show Wednesday night. TXB is set to open 30 to 50 more stores in the next 4 to 6 years. And their dedication will be, this is their first store of TXB Market and doing it. This is their
first style.
Their first style to do it this way before they convert everything and start opening all these TXB markets. And so every little one will be a little bit different. But John was talking about it and how much they are going to grow, and which is awesome because they want to be a part of these communities, and especially in Georgetown. And boy, they jumped on board early this year. So special thanks to TXB Market. That's where my family goes to fuel all our vehicles and get our snacks. And man, I tell you what, my son had their buffalo chicken mac and cheese quesadilla. Just the food is good, and the cafeteria style rolls.
Oh, those rolls!
I can always go back to those. I tell
rolls.
you what,
I could open hand slap somebody to get one of those rolls. Those are fantastic.
Both teams back on the field. Georgetown set to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Drayden Dickman back there, hopeful to see the ball come his way, but most likely it will not. But thanks to Smoothie King of Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And Minutemen Press Georgetown, it's your one-stop print shop. From business cards to signage and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minutemen Press Georgetown can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com.
Wally, quick score update. In the third quarter, Weiss is up 31-13 on Manor with 4:57 left.
Onside pooch kick.
That
And
didn't
it's
even
gonna
go 10 yards.
Out of bounds, and it didn't go 10 yards. So the Eagles are going to start with their first possession in Leander territory.
That's a tough way to start the second half.
Yeah,
You really need to put points on the board.
I'm by no means the brainiac when it comes to football, but I don't think that's how that's supposed to happen.
So now they're going to figure out 5-yard penalty from where it went out of bounds. And so,
oh, man, 44. Leander's 44.
And now it's going to go forward.
42.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 42 of Leander for their first possession of the second half. Darson Harmon in the shotgun. Devin Ross in the pistol behind him. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Now Hawkins sets to the right side. Turn around, hand it to Ross. Ross up to the line of scrimmage. He's hit there. Trying to drive forward. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. A nice play on the defensive side of the ball. Number 22, Daniel Kreitz with the tackle to outside linebacker for no gain. So that'll bring up now 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. But now a timeout on the field. It looks like a player down. And that may be number 53, Kelly. We've been talking about it. He's been kind of just getting banged up.
Well, that kid has been fighting and clawing and scratching and just getting dinged up, and now it looks like he may have a stinger or something on that arm. I hope he didn't.
Oh, man.
Hope he didn't separate that shoulder.
He's coming down. That left arm just hanging to his side. We hope Mr. Cedillo is okay.
That kid is tough. I've been watching him all night long.
From the first play of the game, you mentioned him.
First play, and that kid is tough. We just hope and pray he is okay.
When the student section starts jumping around, this stadium, press box as well as Georgetown's, starts rocking.
Oh, yeah.
And you can feel it up here. You're like, whoa.
2nd down and 10 from the 42 of Leander. 1 receiver left, 2 right. Now Petter comes out to the left side. No one in the backfield with Darson Harmon. He'll take the shotgun snap. He drops back, looking to pass. Now he's blitzed. He rushes forward, and he throws on the run. Hangs it up for Petter, but it's overthrown. Just a good job of getting rid of it there and not take a loss on the play. But now it'll bring up a long 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. This may be their first 3rd down of the night.
Both of those guys out there, it was 22-on-22 violence out there on the end. They're both hand checking each other, and the referees let it go. It was good. Again, a good no call.
Just the 3rd down of the night for the Georgetown offense. This one by far the longest. 3rd and 10, 3 receivers left, no one right. 1 running back offset to the left. Petter, he'll take the handoff. He's chased down from behind. A 1-yard gain up to the 41. Nice play there. It looks like is that number 15?
Yeah.
That's going to be Peyton Gordon. Did a good job of tracking down Andrew Petter, and now it'll bring up 4th and 9 from the 41 of Leander.
This would be a big deal for the Leander defense to come out because, remember, this drive started at the 42-yard line. They've only gained a total of a yard, and now it's 4th down.
4th and 9, Harmon in the shotgun. He's got Petter in the pistol formation directly behind him. 1 receiver left, 1 right.
Pooch kick.
Number 6.
It's back to Petter. Petter will punt it. It's going to land at the 10-yard line, and it takes a Leander roll into the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Come on, Petter.
The first punt of the night.
You're better than that.
You got to put some backspin on that, son.
So the Eagles only get a yard on that play, on that possession. They take 1 minute and 35 seconds off the clock.
Tell you
Their
what,
first 3 and out of the night.
Marquise almost got down there to down it.
So now Leander will take back over.
So hats off to Leander for some adjustments on their defense.
So the onside kick didn't backfire on him too badly. But they have the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 20. 10:25 left here in the third quarter. And a quarterback appears to be Perot. He'll hand it off and a hit at the line of scrimmage. And now maybe gets about a yard. Stacked up and driven back. Nice play there by Bryson Hanks. And he's assisted there by number 29, Brandon Broad. He came up and laid it down. Carson Guido out here. And number 7, I believe it was Avila. Jesse Avila in on the tackle. And they go for no gain here on the near side. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
Guido does a great job of pursuing the football. He came up holding the football. I don't know if anybody else noticed that or not.
Perot hands it off. Pitch back. It's a flea flicker. Now Perot scrambling for his life. Throws it up and throws it away. The flea flicker didn't work out too well.
Flea flicker turned into a booger flicker.
I'll tell you what. And you look at A.J. Bradshaw about the 35-yard line. He was almost there to try to pick it off as Perot dumped it out. And now it brings up 3rd and 10 for the Lions. Berkman back in at quarterback. Perot splits to the left side. So watch a trick play here.
You're scared. Say you're scared, man. He was running for his life.
3rd and 10 from the 20. 9:39 left here in the third quarter. Berkman at quarterback. 3 receivers left, 1 right for the Lions. Blitz coming. Berkman drops back, looks to pass, goes across, picked off. Who made it? Jesse Avila with the interception at the 30-yard line, the 2nd interception of the ball game for the Eagle defense, and a great read by Avila to get that pick off.
Nice job, Jesse.
What a job by the senior star linebacker.
He watched the quarterback's eyes the whole time and stepped in and made the pick. So
Berkman throws the interception. The Eagles get the ball back. 1st and 10 at the Leander 30.
Now, throughout the season, after a big turnover like this, they generally go for the kill right away.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Harmon back, and he's looking to pass. Looking short. Now he's going to run up to the 30. Breaks a tackle. 35. Cuts it outside. And he barely gets tripped up inside the 25-yard line. Make it the 24. That'll be a gain of 6. He was looking to pass it, but he made a good decision there to tuck and run and pick up 6 yards on 1st down.
We talked a little bit about it during the halftime. Georgetown keeping that momentum going in the second half, and they go 3 and out on their first drive. So I think that's why you'll see the starters in at least this drive and another drive at least.
2nd down and 4 from the 24 of Leander. Pistol formation. Ross behind Harmon in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Fake the handoff. He's looking to go. Marquise Dominguez makes the catch, dives in. They're going to spot him at the 1.
That guy.
No, on the far side, he's signaling touchdown. Now they're going to talk about it. Marquise did a great job to try to keep his balance and leap and dive into the end zone. We'll see what they call it here. They are going to, the near side official, who is the furthest away.
What a catch.
He's going to whistle Marquise down at the 1-yard line.
I think that's a good spot. I think he got it right.
Just the athleticism of that young man. We've seen it all season.
A borrow for Morrow, 1st down. 1st and goal inside the Smoothie King red zone at the 1-yard line. 2 running backs, 1 receiver left, 1 right. Herman in the shotgun. Ross to his left, Petter to his right. Handed off to Ross around the right side, and he tap dances through the line and into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown. Devin Ross, touchdown Georgetown. And now the lead up to 41, 47-6. The Eagles waste no time with 8:15 left here in the third quarter. Scoring their first touchdown of the second half. On to try the Minutemen press extra point attempt is Carson Sauceda. Tucker Griffin set to hold. Briggs McGee, the long snapper, back to Griffin. The hold is down. The kick is up. And it is good. Carson Sauceda knocks it through, and the lead up to 42 points. 48-6. The Eagles lead it over the Lions.
Devin Ross, senior running back, coming in, getting it done, and just, you know, when you're that close, any of these guys touching the football, but especially Devin, as big as he is, as well as the offensive line's blocking, what do you do?
Exactly. A 30-yard drive in 3 plays for the Eagles. A minute and 17 seconds. The Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club drive summary. The Eagles go 30 yards in 3 plays. A minute and 17 seconds off the clock. Capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by senior Devin Ross. Marquise Dominguez, man, what an effort there. He tried to dive into the end zone. It's a good spot. If he's down, he's down. But what an effort by Dominguez. Right. He made that catch, a good pass. The ball was kind of thrown a little bit high. Dominguez grabbed it, stayed on his bounce. I love the fact that he dove in trying to get in there. Yeah. But you hate to see him not get that touchdown. You know he wanted to be able to celebrate that one. But Devin Ross caps it off for him. And now the Eagles set to kick it away to the Lions. The Lions, a rough start to the second half on their first possession after the interception by Jesse Avila. The 3-headed kicking monster ready to go. The kickoff to the near sideline. It'll be fielded. It hits the ground. And now fielded there by Wheatley, about the 26, up past the 30, breaks the tackle, 35-40, up near the 45-yard line. So Leander will have good field position to start their second possession of the half. And now Wheatley comes up limping there. Caden Wheatley, the senior wide receiver.
Well, and now for Leander, you just want to keep everybody healthy. Just keep running your offense. Try to have something to build on to get ready for next week. Because they haven't had a great deal of success. Just a couple of drives that have been extended a little bit, just 2 field goals on the board. But you just got to remind these kids fundamentals.
1 receiver left, 1 right, pistol formation. And now the receiver, Webster, goes in motion to the left side. Hand off to number 30, right up the middle, 45-50. He runs over a tackler up to the 45 of Georgetown, make it down to the 43-yard line. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions. A nice run there by Daniel Hernandez. Now a whistle here and a late flag. We'll see what the referee calls here.
Number 3 on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles. Whistled there on Bryson Hanks. And that'll move the ball inside the 30 of Georgetown. So the Lions moving here on their second possession of the second half.
Boy, as the Eagles, you just can't get wrapped into that garbage, that trash talk.
Celebrate with your teammates, like the coaches said.
Oh, man.
Down to the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Perot at the quarterback for the Lions. Turns around, hands it off to Hernandez. Right up. Runs into a defender, keeps pushing forward. He gets a pass at 25 down to about the 23-yard line. Make it the 22-yard line of Georgetown. So that'll be a gain of 6. Bring out 2nd and 4th now for the Lions. 7:30 left here in the third quarter.
There's a car went by.
2nd and 4 from the 22.
Small nose.
Blitz now. Perot rolls to the right, throws towards the end zone. A man open. Diaz goes up and battles him, but they're going to call him down for a touchdown. Number 11, Caden Wheatley. Diaz defended it well. Thought he knocked him out of bounds, but they say he got the foot in. And the Lions score a touchdown here with 7:01 left in the third quarter. 48-12, now a 36-point lead.
Nice catch, nice drive. Again, you know, we talked about it before the half. These Leander kids still in there fighting. With some help from the unsportsmanlike as well.
And that, more than anything, Kelly, will get Coach Griffin's attention.
Yep.
The extra point attempt is good. Now the lead cut to 35, 48-13. The Eagles lead it over the Leander Lions. But a penalty like that after the play, a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty, is huge.
You know, it's bad enough if they had gained some good yardage, but you stop the play and then you give them 15 yards on the unsportsmanlike.
You move them from your own 43 to your own 28. 2 more plays, and Leander gets into the end zone. And so now the Eagles have to recover from that, get back, and let the offense go to work.
After the Hendrickson game, I asked Coach Griffin about how do you keep the kids focused. You know, you blow a team off the field. And he talked about teaching moments, and there's some teaching moments. First drive, stalls. You get the unsportsmanlike conduct, give them an opportunity to go down and score. So those are your teaching moments that you're looking for to keep these kids focused for the last 2 weeks of the season.
I think there'll be some coaching opportunities for special teams and their tackling. Special teams tackling hasn't been as good as we normally see.
Well, and the thing is also, Dave, you kick those short pooch kicks. You don't give your line, your kickoff team, a lot of time to get down the field. Mm-hmm. And you get someone like Caden Wheatley, a wide receiver for the Lions, and before he can get even someone near him, he's got 10 yards. Mm-hmm. You kind of create, you play that point of, do you kick it deep and give your team a chance to get down there, or
right.
And so that also plays into it. So it's important that they tackle well on that kind of a kick. A little pooch kick, fielded at the 40-yard line by the Eagles, up past the 45 to about the 48-yard line.
Coach Pat's over there preaching the defensive gospel on the sideline.
And that was Brandon Broad again. He fielded that one on the run. And the Eagles start with the ball. 6:56 left in the third quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. So great field position for the Eagles.
So now you know Coach Griffin's telling them fundamentals. Keep doing what you got to do. Keep taking care of your job. Move this ball down the field.
Now you see substitutes. Tucker Griffin in at quarterback for the Eagles. Takes it off, keeps it, fakes the handoff, and he's taken down there. Nice tackle. Back to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up 2nd and 10.
There's 53 again.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe a cramp there, it looked like, as he was grabbing his calf.
That kid's been playing hard, man. Golly, he's been playing hard.
So while he's down on the field, let's take a quick timeout. Here's some from our Georgetown Eagle Marching Band. You're listening to Eagle Football here on Daniel Cedillo limps off the field. Number 53 for the Lions. Looks like he has a big old cramp in that left calf. That big boy has been playing well tonight, Kelly, like you said. He came back from the arm injury, the little stinger there on the left arm, and now he's going to have to go in and
pickle juice.
Yeah, I was going to say get some pickle juice and some hydration.
Wonder if they have those ice baths.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles from their own 48-yard line. Tucker Griffin in at quarterback, the junior quarterback. Fakes the handoff, drops back to pass. Going to go across and hit in stride Marquise Dominguez. Or is that Drayden Dickman? Marquise Dominguez. Helmet popped off. He'll have to come off a play as he hit the ground. What a pass there from Tucker Griffin to Dominguez. That's another borrow from Morrow, first down.
Tucker fit that through a little bitty window. That was a great throw.
All the way up to the 29-yard line of Leander.
Marquise hair still looking good with the helmet popped off.
2 receivers left, 2 right. And there's a fall or offsides on the defense with contact. So the Eagles will get 5 free yards here.
Did you see Mark Dickman?
On the defense, number 92.
Right when that flag hit the ground. I think, is that Drayden over there? Who's on that far side?
I think that's Knox.
No, Knox.
Kelson King.
Kelson King just walked up 5 yards right when the flag hit the ground. That was awesome.
So 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. After the penalty, Griffin on the run. Flings it out to the receiver, number 13. He gets up to the 20-yard line. Number 13, Colin Rosenberg, his first catch of the night. And that'll bring up 2nd and 1 from the 20 as the Eagles hit the Smoothie King red zone.
Looks like number 66, fresh jersey out there. Is he starter?
We'll look at it. Griffin looks over at the sideline, gets the call. Daring and Rosenberg split to the left. Now moves to the right side of Tucker. He'll hand it off. Nope, Tucker Griffin keeps it back up to the line of scrimmage, up forward to the 19. Should be right at the line to gain for the first down. Here on the near side, they're going to mark it at the 19. That should be a first down, and it will be a borrow from Morrow first down inside the Smoothie King red zone. First and 10 for the Eagles.
Got one of Darson's grandparents listening in, watching the grandson perform, but now watching him be on the sideline since Tucker's in the game.
Griffin keeps it up the middle. All the way up to the 15-yard line. Gain of 4 on first down. Brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Eagles.
I got a fever, and the only cure is more moose.
Moose out there in the backfield with Tucker Griffin. Have to keep the roster nearby. A lot of substitutes into the ballgame for the Eagle offense.
Oh, shifting the O-line around.
Now they switch it around. Hawkins on the right end. Now he'll back out, recall.
8 seconds.
Hawkins lines back up. Shotgun snap back to Griffin. He'll hand it off to the Moose this time, left side. Cuts back at the 15, up to about the 13-yard line. A 2-yard gain brings up now 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. So the Moose with a run there. Now Daring will move over to the right side. Near side receiver, just one receiver left, 2 right. Tucker in shotgun formation. The Moose in the pistol, directly behind Tucker Griffin. 3rd and 4 from the 13. Now Moose moves to the right side of Griffin in the backfield. Shotgun snap, a pass. Griffin throws it up for Dominguez, but just outside the arms of Dominguez, out of bounds for the incompletion. That'll bring up 4th down now for the Eagles. Expect to see the field goal team here.
It's the right idea on that throw. You're trying to put it on that back shoulder so that the defender has less of a chance to get to the ball, but it needs just a little bit more air under it.
Tucker Griffin will stay in to hold, and now number 30, Aaron Guzman, the sophomore kicker, on to attempt the 30-yard field goal from the near sideline. Snap back, the kick is up and away, and it is no good. Oh, it is good. I thought it was wide left. Aaron Guzman knocks it through for the field goal, and now a 38-point lead for the Eagles, 51-13. That's good to see. The sophomore kicker, as Carson Sauceda committed to Bethel College, he'll be going away this year after he graduates. To see the sophomore kicker getting some reps here as well tonight.
We talked about it, being able to get these guys some good reps while they can still run the offense instead of just running out the clock, some trash time. You're in the 3rd quarter. This is not the point where you're going to just shut everything down, hand the ball off, 3 and out. You're still running your offense, which gives Tucker and some of these young guys the opportunity to continue. Of course, Tucker's a senior? No, junior. Gives some of these younger guys that don't have the experience game time snaps, which are so valuable getting ready for next year or later in the season whenever they may be needed. So
I want to say hi to Richard Dunn listening in from down in the Houston area. Met him this week at the symposium, and we discovered we both like high school football. And we were like, did we just become best friends? We spent the next 2 nights talking about high school football, and he's with follows Fort Bend Marshall pretty close. And
Dave met his stepbrother down at the symposium in Galveston this weekend. We just become best friends.
Did that just happen?
The Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club scoring drive summary. 9 plays in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. The Eagles move it 35 yards, and it's capped off by a 30-yard field goal by Aaron Guzman. Wheatley catches the kickoff at the 25, cuts up to the 30, 35, and the Moose slams him down there. And now here comes another late flag.
Dude, that guy has got to be.
And there's another flag by the line judge.
That guy has got to be launching those out of like one of those T-shirt guns.
That is the longest flag toss.
I think it was how the tackle went about, and that's probably going to be the variety.
It was a hard tackle by the Moose. He slammed the guy down, but it wasn't. He didn't pick him up. The guy kept moving. He kept fighting.
Late hit, and play number 17.
Oh.
The kicking team. 15-yard penalty. It'll be first down to Leander. Timeout Leander.
Bo Weinhold whistled for the late hit.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like a continuation of the play, and he just tripped over a guy and fell on top of him.
We have a dead ball.
Not sure how that flag gets thrown in there. Coach Price argued that one into existence there as he came out, and then the line judge threw it.
They just called something on Leander. A dead ball.
So maybe the penalty, the second one was on Leander because the first one came in. They're saying a late hit on Bo Weinhold. I still, watching that replay, Kelly, it looked like it was a continuation of that play. He fell right down on top when Moose tackled the player. But Wheatley hobbles off here on the near sideline. Hopefully he's all right. So they move it forward 15 to mark it back 15. Now there's some confusion.
Yeah, so late hit, they mark it off, and then unsportsmanlike comes back.
So instead of just putting it at the 35 and calling them null and void, they mark it to the 50 and bring it back to the 35.
Now line judge needs a little oxygen.
The back judge is going to have to get his steps in there.
Yeah. Need some pickle juice. Going to start cramping. There's a lot of movement.
So now the Lions take over, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry, folks. Blowouts can't do this.
51-13, the Eagles lead it. Man in motion for the Lions. Shotgun snap back. It'll be a handoff to Hernandez. Nope, Hernandez has it. He gets up past the 40, 45. He's finally driven out of bounds. Nice hit there by number 29, Brandon Broad. He makes sure Hernandez didn't get another yard there as he nailed him out of bounds. Drove him out of bounds, but a first down for the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Appears we still have most of our first-team defense in.
Berkman in at quarterback, turns around, hands it to Hernandez, 45-50. He's running hard past the 45 up to the 40, and he keeps churning. And taken down in Georgetown territory at the 38-yard line. A nice hard run by number 30, Daniel Hernandez, a senior running back.
Man, it was like whenever they were trying to tackle him, it was like they had a lottery for turns to strip the football away, and somebody needed to put that kid on the ground.
1st and 10 inside Georgetown territory. Hernandez now kind of been the staple at running back there now the last few possessions for Leander, and he is running hard right up the gut. There's nothing fancy about it. He's not side to side or anywhere. He is straight up and north and south. Turn around, hand it to him. Nope, they'll fake it. Berkman, a little wheel route, but he overthrows the receiver, number 15, Peyton Gordon.
He was looking deep to see if he could get number 2 open, but he was double covered down the field, so he did the wise thing. Instead of trying to force that ball into Salazar, tried to dump it off short, but to no avail.
2nd and 10 from the Georgetown 38. 1:54 left in the third quarter. The Eagles lead it by 38. Berkman in the shotgun, man in motion to the right side. Shotgun back, handed off to Hernandez right up the middle, and he gets hit quickly there. I think it was Carson Guido on the tackle. First contact, and then number 23, Jacob Baltasek, in on the tackle for the Eagles.
Hernandez runs really low. He gets those pads out in front of him. That's why something that could have been stopped at the line of scrimmage, he's able to gain a yard or so. Just low center of gravity, I guess, which is another way to say he's kind of short.
And he runs hard.
Runs hard, and he runs with those pads low, and that's what you want.
3rd and 9 for the Lions at the 37 of Georgetown. Snap back to Berkman. He'll hand it off to Hernandez, and he got popped at the line and for a loss. Who is it there? What a hit. Number 40 for your Eagles. Jackson Waters, a senior defensive lineman, popped Hernandez. A loss of 4. And now it'll bring up 4th and 13 from the 41-yard line.
Boy, he came through that opening like he was untouched through there and just made a beautiful form tackle.
Hernandez paid the price for that ball. That run attempt there. What a tackle there by Waters. And now the defense stays on for a fourth down. The Lions going for it. Shotgun snap back to Berkman. The blitz on. Bradshaw gets the pass deflection. What a play there by A.J. Bradshaw. The turnover on downs now to the Eagles. Bradshaw had the blitz in and did a great job of putting the hands up and knocking the pass down.
A.J. Bradshaw, we were talking about him before the game started, talked about him at halftime. Just fun to watch this kid play on defense. He hustles to the ball all the time. He just gets there and it's fun to watch.
You felt like coming out of the half, Leander was starting to get some momentum there going on offense. So I was really hopeful that our defense could shut this down and get our offense back on the field and keep our momentum going.
Now the Georgetown Eagle offense takes over at their own 41-yard line with 24 seconds left here in the third quarter, leading by 38, 51-13. Tucker Griffin, your quarterback for the Eagles. Back swing pass over to Tyler Hawkins. He's up back to the line of scrimmage, slam down there in bounds, and that will end the third quarter. A completion for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles from the 41. So at the end of the third quarter, 51-13, the Eagles lead it over Leander. We'll take a quick timeout. Be back with the fourth quarter. You're listening to Eagle Football here on SHN Sports. Here on SHN Sports, we go to the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 from the own 41. Tucker Griffin in the shotgun, running backs on both sides. He'll hand it off to the running back on the left side, number 27. He's up past the 42 to the 43-yard line. Number 27, Owen Nabe. 21. I apologize. Roy Straighton.
We saw Straighton, was it last game or the game before?
Game before against Hendrickson.
Yep.
It's hard to keep up with these names because we haven't seen a lot of these kids.
2-yard gain by Straighton brings up 3rd and 8 now for the Eagles from the 43. Moose offset to the right of Tucker Griffin. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Griffin back to pass. He's blitzed right up the middle, and there's a penalty. Flag comes in, and Griffin gets slammed to the ground by number 92,
face mask,
Jerome Ganaway. It looked like Ganaway grabbed Tucker Griffin's face mask.
He grabbed it, pulled it, tried to pawn it, took full possession.
They're calling a hold.
Yeah.
On the offensive lineman.
I think that old lineman was trying to protect Darson.
Well, he didn't do a good job because Darson's on the sideline.
That's unbelievable.
So they called a illegal hands to the face.
On the offense.
Off the offensive lineman.
And he had Tucker's face.
Pulling his helmet. And so now they'll decline it and take the result of the play, which makes it a 4th and about 4th and 19 on the sack. Back to the 32-yard line. Now we'll actually have a punt from a punter tonight, not just Andrew Petter. We'll try to figure out who that is. The snap back. The punt is away. Line drive fielded at the 38. Wheatley takes a knee there. And that was by the punter, Guzman, number 30. Aaron Guzman kicked the field goal, a 30-yard field goal, and now punts it away. And Leander takes over with 10:59 left in the fourth quarter at their own 38-yard line, and they're up to the line quickly. First and 10 for the Lions from their own 38-yard line. Berkman at quarterback, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Running back to his left, turns quickly, looks to pass. Now he's going to have to scramble. Everyone covered. He comes to near side 40, and he gets driven out of bounds hard. That is not a late hit out of bounds. What a horrible call by the near side line judge. They fell out of bounds together. He slides on the turf, and they're going to call a late hit out of bounds on the Eagles.
How do you really feel, Wally?
That is just a horrible call for a player. He's making a good tackle. The play carries him out of bounds, and you call it a late hit out of bounds.
On the defense, number 17. Unnecessary roughness, out of bounds. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So number 17, Bo Weinhold. Poor Bo's getting penalties stacked up on him. So the gain went for the tackle, just continued out of bounds. The momentum took him out of bounds. Weinhold whistled for that 15-yard penalty. It's first and 10 from the 44-yard line of Georgetown now for the Lions. It's a great tackle by Weinhold, Kelly, as we're watching there on the replay. Unfortunate whistle. Hernandez gets the handoff, and he's hit hard. He got about 3 yards on the carry before A.J. Bradshaw took him down hard. Hernandez comes up slowly. They'll give Hernandez 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 now for the Lions. What a hit there by A.J. Bradshaw.
A.J. still bringing it.
Lions take their time getting the play called. They go back to the line like they're going to be in a hurry-up offense. But then they take their time. By the time Berkman turns around and gives the call, they've already burned 15 seconds off the down clock. Now inside 5 seconds. Man in motion. Berkman gets the snap with 3 on the down clock. He's going to pass it to the left side to Wheatley. Wheatley goes up, makes the catch in front of Leo Diaz. It's complete at the 19-yard line, make it the 20-yard line. So a first and 10 for the Lions. 20-yard gain on second down.
Feels like they're kind of going after that side over there with our sophomore.
Going after Leo, the sophomore Leo Diaz. And he's doing a good job of coverage.
Yeah.
He's battling for every ball.
Good coverage, just a good throw, good catch. That Wheatley he's a good athlete, good football player.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line. The Lions have it with 10:03 left here in the ball game. Fake the handoff. No, they did give it to him. Number 15. And that didn't pay off very well. As Peyton Gordon takes it for a 2-yard loss. A little kind of a misdirection play there. That'll bring up 2nd and 12 now from the 22 of Georgetown. But Leander goes right back to the line, but then takes their time. They eat the clock a lot like we saw last week, Dave, of Anderson, taking their time at the line of scrimmage to burn the clock. Snap back, fake the handoff, and now the sack. Who is it? Number 7, Jesse Avila. We've called his number a lot tonight.
A lot.
He's in there with a sack of Berkman all the way back to the 30-yard line. Now it'll be 3rd and 20 for the Lions.
Give Jesse some love on there. Nice job. He's played a great game tonight.
3rd and 20. Avila's got the sack. And now interception on a couple possessions ago. Berkman swing pass out to the right side. The receiver falls down. It'll be a loss of 4 yards.
Made a nice tackle on himself.
34-yard line credited with the tackle. And here we go. We're going to turn the field mic down as the drill team talking about their celebrity crushes. Killing me here.
Hey, gang.
It'll be 4th and 24 now from the 34-yard line of Georgetown.
Reconsider that crowd mic placement, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, if they move it over here, they got the middle school kids. So
4th and 24. Berkman back, and he's scrambling for his life, and he's going to go down. The
Nice
sack for the
job.
defense. Let's see who got that one. Number 40. Jackson Waters with the sack, and the ball goes over to the Eagles. 2 sacks in the series for the Eagle defense. They're not stopping the pressure, and you got to like that, Kelly.
yeah, you do, because you got these young kids out there. You know, half of the guys that are on defense are guys that are getting some playing time for a change. You don't call their numbers a lot, but you know that's the second or third time we've called Waters' name, and he's only been playing for about a quarter now, and just really pursuing the ball well against Leander starters.
Eagles take over. 1st and 10 at their own 41. 7:53 left in the ball game. Griffin swing pass over to the Moose left side. 40 drives over a defender. Gets past the 45 before he's bottled up and knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
You know what I liked about that pass? Tucker let that ball go before Moose ever turned around.
It was a beautiful read there.
I love a timing pattern. I love it whenever a quarterback's throwing the ball to a spot and the receiver or the running back is just at that spot at the right time. And Moose knew the ball was coming. So when he turns around, he's not looking at Tucker. He's looking for the ball that's already in the air when he threw it, and it's a great throw.
2nd and 5. Fake the handoff now. Throws it out to the left side. Caught there and driven forward to about the 49-yard line. Is that Tyler Hawkins on the catch? See who gets up there. Nope, number 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Colin Rosenberg with another catch. And now it's 3rd and 2 from the 49-yard line. Griffin fakes the handoff, keeps it, gets past the 50-yard line. Tries to merge forward to the 49. He'll get stopped there.
That was not a very nice spot.
It'll be 4th and 1 from midfield. And it looks like the Eagles will go for it as Griffin stays on the field. Straighten and Moose in the backfield. Rosenberg on the left side. Number 12, Tristan Anderson, the receiver, on the right side.
Who's 21?
Straighten.
They ought to do rock, paper, scissors, see who gets this ball.
Moose gets it, stops, starts, breaks a tackle, gets back to midfield, drives forward. Pulled forward to the 49-yard line of Leander, but he's spotted down at midfield by both line judges, and it'll go over on downs to the Lions. So with 6:35 left in the ball game, the defense for the Lions gets the stop.
Well, on that stop for Coach Price is one of those things that you can take from a blowout loss and build on some. And again, I said it before, Leander has not stopped playing. They're still playing hard. I like to see that. These kids are giving it everything they've got.
They have the ball with 6:35 left in the ball game. 1st and 10 from midfield. Berkman, the quarterback. I'm guessing Perot is done for the night. We haven't seen him back in there in several possessions for the Lions. 51-13. The Eagles lead it by 38. 2 receivers right, 2 left for the Lions. A running back offset to the left of Berkman in the backfield. Shotgun snap back. Berkman will roll to the left. He's going to pass on the run. He throws it high, and Salazar pays the price. What a shot there. Hey, call it again. Number 29, Brendan Broad.
I might have to get a slide for him.
I tell you what, Salazar, the pass was thrown high. Berkman set Salazar up for a beating there.
Yeah.
He threw it high. Salazar extended out for it, and it was broken up when Broad laid the wood to Salazar. Incomplete, 2nd and 10 from midfield.
Broad was not looking for a tip drill interception. Broad was looking for a side of ribs, and he found him.
He did. I tell you what, he's played a great game tonight for the Eagle defense. Shotgun snap back to Berkman. He's to turn around, hand it to Hernandez, 50, 45, and he gets hit and backed up there.
By guess who?
Was that Broad?
Yeah.
Again?
Yep.
He came in and laid a lick because Hernandez was at full steam, and he stopped all of a sudden.
Yep.
At about the 42-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the Lions.
Blitzing.
Berkman in the shotgun. Signals to try to get the ball and then turns and looks. Gets the call from the sideline. He'll call it out. The Lions take their time in possession.
They're going to come right at him.
Shotgun snap back to Berkman. Hand it to Hernandez. Up the middle. Cast the 40. Breaks a tackle up to the 35-yard line. And that'll be a first down on the 7-yard gain. Make it an 8-yard gain up to the 34-yard line for Hernandez.
I'd be interested to know what kind of leeway those linebackers have to suck up to that line like that. I knew you know they're coming right at you, 4th and short.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line of Georgetown. Salazar in motion to the right. One receiver lone to the left. Turn around, fumbled snap by Berkman, and he'll just dive on it at the 40-yard line, and then a late flag on the far sideline comes in. As it stands, it'll be a 6-yard loss. Now a Leander Lion player down on the field. Looks like one of the offensive linemen. Training staff out to attend to him. Let's see what the call is.
On the offense, number 2. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
An illegal shift on the offense. So it'll be declined. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Eagles. Let's take a timeout with a man down on the field. 5:25 left in the ball game. The Eagles lead it by 38, 51-13. Back with more Eagle football on SHN in just a moment. Love hearing the Eagle band bring us in and out of the breaks. We go to 2nd and 16 for the Lions. Cade Pope, the lineman, the injured player down for the Lions, able to walk off on his own power. Hopefully he is all right. The Lions get set for 2nd and 16 from the 40 of Georgetown. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Berkman in the shotgun. He'll take the snap back. Quick pass out to the left side. And a caught, but taken down quickly there. Number 34. Jared Acosta with the tackle, and it'll be another loss all the way back to the 44-yard line. Kelly, any scores update?
Yeah, Weiss is up 44-19 with 6:19 left in the game there, so it looks like Weiss is going to take that and take over sole possession of first place in District 11, 5A, Division I.
So now Manor and Cedar Park will be tied in 2nd place with a 4-1 record in district. And the Eagles look to solidify 4th place at 3-2 with the victory here tonight. 3rd and 20 for the Lions. Back to Berkman. He's going to go pass, and he looks across the middle. And, oh, my goodness. The catch is there, but the hit. Bo Weinhold laid out. Number 10, Joaquin Garza. It's a gain of about 12 or, give him 13 up to the 31-yard line. But that'll bring up 4th and 7 now.
What a hit.
What a hit there by Weinhold. 4th down, back to Berkman. He's back to pass. Going to get blitzed, throws it out to the right side, and the pass dropped. And that'll be a turnover on downs. A great defensive play there is number 34, Jared Acosta, going in again to lay the wood to the receiver, but the ball dropped. And it's a turnover on down. So the Eagle offense will take back over with 3:56 left in the ball game.
You know, it's good for a lot of the second team, third team defense to get in there and get that that turnover on downs.
And making good plays.
Yeah.
Gotta love seeing that. If you're the coaching staff of Georgetown. 1st and 10 from the 31. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Moose in motion left. Griffin fakes the handoff, keeps it to the left side. 30, 35, up to about the 37-yard line. A nice 6-yard gain there by Tucker Griffin. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4 now for the Eagles.
Tucker lowering that shoulder. Running like he's 10'7".
Almost as tall as Darson Harmon. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Pistol formation. Now it'll be straightened off to the left side of Griffin in the shotgun. 2nd and 4. Fake the double pump. Now a ball down the far side and underthrown just a bit. Nice tip there. I think Daring was out there trying to make that catch.
Yep.
It goes incomplete, but a nice ball there by Griffin. Just underthrown a little bit.
Little too much air under that one. Earlier he had the one he needed a little more air under it. This one not quite as much, but that's the stuff that comes with some, a few more reps.
And exactly what he gets tonight. And you love to see a good chunk of the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter for your backup quarterback.
Yep.
3:20 left in the ball game. 3rd and 5. Make it 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. Fake it off. Hand off to Stratton. Griffin keeps it around the right side, and he's tripped up.
Oops.
For a loss of 1. That'll bring up 4th and 5 now.
That was a good fake. Got me. Sorry about that, folks. I followed the running back.
Bought the fake.
Yeah. Hook, line, and sinker.
Fake handoff. He pulled it out of the stomach of Straighten and kept it around the right side. But a good tackle there by number 5, Gavin Brzezinski. Junior safety came up, read that, and took Tucker Griffin down for a loss of 1.
Well, it's fourth down here, and you obvious punting situation. They're going to call a timeout, or
Coach Griffin lets the play clock go down
yeah.
to zeros. Calls his first time out. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the ball game. Make sure you stay off the field. Don't rush it.
Dave, stay off the field.
Of the UIL. Other scores that we can see around here,
Yes,
anywhere.
sure.
Eastview was having a rough night against.
Well, they fought back a little bit. Have closed that lead up some. And it is in the 4th quarter there, but Eastview is still trailing. Nope, that one's a final. 38-21. Eastview loses to Rouse. 44-19. Weiss over Manor.
So Weiss Wolves on a 7-game winning streak now. Lost their first game of the year. Now they sit 7-1, 5-0 in district play.
Not sure if this score is correct, but Conley High School Cadets are beating Gerald Cougars 73-15 with 12 minutes in the 4th quarter. That might be a mistype. Westlake are 55-0 in the beginning of the 4th quarter over Aikens.
Guzman, let's see here. Aaron Guzman back to punt again for the Eagles. Gets the snap, the punt away. Low live drive, bounces at the 35. Wheatley looks at it and gets a Georgetown roll inside the 25. And it'll be down at the 21-yard line. 2:20 left in the ball game. And Leander will take over at their own 21-yard line. 1st and 10. See if the quarterback change, it looked like a new one coming into play. Get that number 9?
9.
Number 9, Sean Wilson, a senior quarterback, into quarterback now, at quarterback for the Lions. 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. First action of the night for Wilson. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Now a man in motion to the right side. Wilson, quick pass over to the left side. It's caught about the 35-yard line. A battle there and driven out of bounds by Leo Diaz and number 17, Bo Weinhold. Pass complete to number 36. Dylan Capers. And that's a first down for the Lions. Up to the 35-yard line, make it the 36-yard line, a 15-yard completion. First and 10, 2:12 left here in the ball game. Wilson in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Hernandez. Sweep to the left side. And a great job of bottling him up. He gets back to the 35. Now he pushes forward to the 43-yard line.
Boy, he's got such a low center of gravity when he runs that football. Just so low. He's hard to bring down. He's moving forward, leaning forward.
2nd and 8 now for the Lions. Up to the 38-yard line. And he broke free there. He came around and kind of got strung out by the defense.
All right.
But Hernandez is able to sneak through for a couple of yards. Brings up a 2nd and 8. 1:35 left in the ball game. 2 receivers left, 2 right for the Lions. Wilson in the shotgun. He'll take the snap back. Looks to pass. Left side. Quick pass over to Capers. But a penalty flag whistled there.
A little too much contact.
Yeah.
Leo Diaz grabbed on right. He was falling down.
That's what I was going to say. He started falling and just grabbed that jersey.
And Capers is quite a bit bigger, quite a bit taller than Leo Diaz there. And so the pass goes incomplete, but the pass interference will be whistled. We'll go to the field, Mike.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 17.
Poor Bo Weinhold is getting thrown under the bus on these penalties. That was a Leo Diaz play there.
They call it on 17?
Yeah. So Bo Weinhold going to get credited for the penalty. It'll be an automatic first down for the Lions up to the 47-yard line of Georgetown. 1:25 left in the ball game. 51-13. Wilson looks back to the near sideline, gets the play call. Snap back to Wilson. He's looking to go deep. A blitz up the middle, and it's incomplete. Jesse Avila, he was looking for someone to make the interception.
Yeah.
There was pressure right up the middle. Wilson had to get rid of it early. 3 defenders back there, but no one caught it. So an incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
His quarterback took a quick look to his left to see if the receiver was covered up, but there was help over the top, so he had to go back to the middle, almost do an interception. But good job by these youngsters that are playing on the Georgetown defense of taking care of their responsibilities, taking care of their assignments.
And you saw Leo put up pressure right on the line. He didn't play back 8 or 10 yards. He was right up on the receiver, which totally changed the look Wilson saw. Hand off to Hernandez. He breaks free. 40, 35, stiff arm, but Weinhold holds on. What a tackle there by Bo Weinhold to drag down the big not Hernandez, number 33. That is not on the roster with the run.
I think they were really expecting pass there this late in the game. They're, surprised to see a run there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let it go.
A nice 15-yard run for number 33. 1st and 10 from the 32 of Georgetown. Wilson will hand it off to 33. He cuts back to the left side to the 30-yard line. And he's wrapped up and taken down. Gets forward to about the 28. Make it the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. And now Coach Price will take a timeout with 41 seconds left in the ball game.
Why are you taking that time out?
I think he's wanting to work on this offense. You have a different quarterback in there. Maybe try to take a chance at scoring. You're down at the 27-yard line of Georgetown with 41 seconds left. You've been moving the ball here. But
there was
kind of surprising. I think the official was surprised when he blew the whistle timeout.
Yeah, years ago, golly, I can't even remember when it was. Early 2000s maybe. Phil Blue was the head coach here. And Georgetown was blowing somebody out. And they called timeout in a situation like this, and Coach Blue put all his starters back out on the field. He's like, all right, you want to call timeout.
Right.
I don't blame Coach Price. I'm not saying that. It just brought back that funny memory. Coach Price trying to work on this.
Yeah.
Give these kids some reps. Maybe try to put the ball in the end zone. I think they're going to take a shot here.
Come back out of the timeout. 2nd and 5 from the 27 of Georgetown. Sean Wilson, the third quarterback for the Lions tonight. And during this possession, 41 seconds left in the ballgame. One receiver left, three right for the Lions. Could have been a false start, illegal motion there by the running back. Swing pass out to him. Back at the 34. He gets it, goes forward, but he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. Great job by the defense there.
Avila. Number 7.
Avila again. Jesse, I tell you what, we've been calling a lot of Brendan Broad, Jesse Avila, Bo Weinhold tonight. A lot of new names getting called out. That went for no gain. And that brings up 3rd and 5 from the 27 of Georgetown. 13 seconds left. Clock runs. Wilson looks to pass. He's going and throws it. And tackled right on the catch. Nice catch there for a first down to the 16-yard line. 3 seconds left, and Coach Price will take another timeout. With 3 seconds remaining. Down by 38. Nice catch there by the wide receiver. He laid out to make the catch. The defensive back right with him. And a good play there. Leander got the first down. Coach Price takes the timeout. One more snap left here. But look at the standings, Kelly. We'll go ahead and update them and take a look at them.
Yeah, here are the standings after tonight. So next week, Cedar Park and Weiss are going to be playing for a potential 3-way tie for first in district. And for Georgetown to have any shot at second place in district, they needed Weiss to get beat tonight. But that didn't happen, so Weiss has the upper hand. Then now they just got to take care of Cedar Park next week. And who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that?
Cedar Park is the home team.
Yep.
On the schedule.
But they have struggled putting points on the board this year, and Weiss has put a lot of points on the board.
Pflugerville came really close to beating them last night, right?
Absolutely. Only lost by 5. So next week on the schedule, Leander will be at Hendrickson. Maynard will be at Anderson. Weiss at Cedar Park. And the Pflugerville Panthers will come into Georgetown on senior night, the last home game of the year for the Georgetown Eagles.
That's good. We'll have AC in the booth since we're not playing them at the field.
First and goal. Shot into the end zone. The ball thrown up and a battle for it there. Number 26.
Getting mobbed.
Breaks it up. Colin Casey, the junior defensive back, breaks up the final pass of the ball game, and that's how it ends. 51-13. The Eagles victorious. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football here on SHN Sports. Back here on SHN Sports, presentation of Georgetown Eagle football. 51-13, your Eagles are victorious. They move. Let's go back to that graphic, Kelly. The Eagles move to 3-2 in district play, 4-4 overall. Something you've got to like if you're on this coaching staff, a fan of this team, a player on this team. You have fought back from 1-4 to now 4-4. Three victories in a row and 3 convincing victories in a row.
Well, and here's what's even more important. Next week, we play Pflugerville, 1-4 on the season, 4-4, or 1-4 district, 4-4 on the season. If we beat Pflugerville next week, we solidify a playoff spot. So next week, we can assure ourselves a playoff spot because Hendrickson, the only team that could catch Georgetown, is at 2-3, and we beat Hendrickson. So if we finished with the same score or the same record in district as Hendrickson, we win the tiebreaker on that. So next week, if Georgetown beats Pflugerville, it secures our playoff spot.
So you got to like the effort you see out of this team. 3 big wins in a row. The Eagles were victorious against Hendrickson, 56-9 on October 8th, 41-26 last week at home against Anderson, and then 51-13 here tonight in Leander at AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium. I think you look at it and you could take the second half and kind of put it in its place.
Right.
You've got a lot of second and third team players opportunities to get some good snaps. Tucker Griffin played most of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, but your first half was just total dominance by your starters.
Right.
Darson Herman had a great game. Drayton Dickman had a great game. Marquise Dominguez played well. Andrew Petter ran well. Devin Ross ran well. The Moose got to play multiple snaps throughout the game, but you saw a lot of good things out of that offense as they went 6 for 6 in possessions and touchdowns in that first half.
Right, and that's exactly what you wanted to see in this circumstance. You know, there was when I talked to Coach Price, you know, he's talking about fundamentals. They have played some close games this year against some pretty good football teams, but tonight Leander just looked completely outmatched because whenever the Georgetown offense was clicking,
there was no answer.
They're hard to stop.
It's too much.
It's going to take a defense like Wise has to stop Georgetown. I'm not blowing off Pflugerville next week. These kids have got to stay focused. They've got to focus on Pflugerville.
They have to, because
but if Pflugerville's defense can't answer some of these punches that are thrown by the Georgetown offense, then it's going to be a long night.
And what's crazy is Wednesday night talking to Coach Griffin, he sees that in his mind, Leander beat Maynard to open the district play. They missed a field goal. Maynard missed a field goal and got a penalty that that was called, and they got another shot at it and made that field goal. And he said, I didn't agree with it.
Right.
He said, as far as I saw it, Leander won that game. Leander is not a bad football team.
No.
But then you look at some of their losses, and like tonight, they lost, 70-24 to Weiss, 74-28 to Pflugerville. So they've lost some big games, but yet played some super tight games. And so this is a good performance by this offense to put points up on this Leander defense.
Well, and if you look at, Pflugerville hung 74 on Leander, but you go back to some of Pflugerville's other games and look and see what they've done, they're hit and miss.
Well, and you look at this game. You leave our starters in the whole third quarter. This is not 51-13 as well.
They were 9 points behind Weiss, and they were close with Cedar Park, Maynard. The Maynard was the only one that really handled Pflugerville handily. Everyone else, it was close. The Anderson game was close. They beat Glenn, they beat McNeil, and they beat United High School Longhorns in pre-district.
Well, it's going to be an interesting game, and you can't overlook them getting ready for Weiss.
You absolutely have to pay attention to them.
You got to pay attention to them, and I think the coaches will keep them focused on that.
And especially at this point. If you win that game next week, it really doesn't matter about Weiss in that sense. So your focus has to be on Pflugerville. You have to win that game next week. And you're going to be at home. You're going to have your home crowd. On senior night, you're going to have families there, people there supporting these kids on their last home game of their high school careers. And so it's going to be a big night.
You want to stay focused because if you finish fourth in district, you're playing a district champion first round of playoffs, and you don't want to do that.
Before we go, an opportunity to thank our sponsors, Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow. Our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS 464148. Minuteman Press Georgetown is your one-stop print shop. From business cards to signage and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minuteman Press Georgetown can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com. And Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And the sponsor of our Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show, TXB Convenience Market.
TXB is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We're famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXB is open 24/7, and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun, friendly team is always serving up Big Texas welcome at 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas.
Everybody, we thank you for listening tonight to our presentation of Georgetown Eagle football. We'll be back on Wednesday with the Coaches Show live from TXB Convenience Market, 1402 Williams Drive at 6 p.m. with Coach Chuck Griffin. And we've got to pick a couple of players to reach out to Coach Griffin to bring them in to interview, and we'll go over that. Me and Kelly and Dave will sit down and try to pick some players of the week. I think you got a couple of different players to look at. Bo Weinhold had a great game tonight. Jesse Avila had a great game tonight. So maybe a couple of defensive players, the way this defense rebounded and performed.
And Friday night, it's going to feel like fall. The high that day on Friday is only 76 degrees, so it'll probably be in the 60s for kickoff, and winds will be out of the north.
So it'll be a nice, cool breeze coming in through the stadium. Thanks so much for listening in tonight. Remember, it does not cost a dime to be kind. We're going to go out with the fight song from the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports. Have a good night.